Started. I'm gonna drink down some Dayquil. Ugh. Gonna guzzle some Dayquil down like. And hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summoner Blue, here today playing some fairy tale shenanigans. I'm still not entirely sure if we should rename this to Phantom Lord RP. Like the original idea was to rename it to Phantom Lord RP whenever you guys joined Phantom Lord, but like that happened so many games in that I feel like changing it now is just like, you know, kind of weird. Like we could give it like a subtext maybe. I don't know. It just feels strange to change it. Yeah, that's what the other things are called too. They're called plurps. In our Discord conversations, as well as, you know, if we call it plurp, it's kind of like the sound that poop makes whenever it goes into the toilet bowl. Like a plurp. I mean, I'm saying that it is a sound wave that happens to travel through a certain room of it's poop. It's poop hitting water.
Oh, I'd rather kill myself.
Sauce. Oh. I'm gonna put it over here. What's that new Naruto game that came out that everybody really liked? The one where you can make your own Naruto? Yeah, apparently we're sponsored by that. There you go. People apparently like the character building part of it. See, that makes you just not a person we need to ask about this. No, if you don't like Naruto, then why are we talking to you about Naruto stuff? Then stop responding to it. Yeah, get out. No one who doesn't like Naruto can be in the Naruto game. See, Squeaky loves Naruto enough that she has memorized the German opening. She's allowed to be in the game. So Quizzical donated $4, saying Sixpiration. I'm guessing that means it's gonna go to the enemy, so I'm gonna give those to. Oh. Yeah, they did. How about now? Can you hear him now? I flashed the thing on and off to see if it worked.
Did all of you miss our Naruto RP talk?
Oh, it was great. You missed it all, but it was fantastic. We don't even you know what? We don't even have to go back over it. It was just that good.
Yeah. I mean, just know that Green's gonna become the Hokage. And I'm gonna try and become the Ray Cage.
The good old Hokage.
Sasuke, he's really cool.
Really cool.
Sakura, the beautiful.
The beautiful.
I flicked the thing on and off. I flicked the thing on and off to see if you guys could come through, and apparently when it came through, you weren't off. I just flicked the thing on and off. Worked. So there we go. Squeaky
yeah.
is
I don't know
allowed
what the
to
fuck
play.
he's saying at that part. I don't know what the hell they say at that part.
Squeaky is allowed to play.
It's just gibberish for all I know. They're probably not even speaking a language.
Squeaky's allowed to play in the Naruto RP. You don't have to
I
worry
want
about it
to
anymore,
Naruto
Squeaky. You don't have to.
Then you gotta memorize the German Naruto opening because it's gonna be playing every session.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like listen to it every day. Like they're oh my lord, I can't wait.
Black, you're not
I'm
allowed
just
to be in the
gonna do a
Naruto game.
soundboard.
Yeah, Black, you can't become the Hokage.
Good.
You're not
It's
allowed
just
to be in the Naruto
paperwork.
game.
This is what happens when you don't believe. It.
Jake, are you gonna be in the Naruto game?
no.
Say something Naruto. He's-
Believe it.
Ah,
Damn it.
I heard that tiny believe it. See, what he was trying
so
to do
tight.
there was be a shadow clone of himself, but he also mixed it in with a reduction jutsu so that he was very tiny and we could only hear the believe it at a very low frequency. Only heard
If
by
you believe
ninja
it.
dogs, which is what was in Naruto. Jake, you can be in the Naruto RP.
Hooray. Go kill myself now.
You had
Here,
to
I'll have
think
yours
through
next
it.
to mine.
You had to think through all of the layers that Jake was trying to specifically go through for that audition to be in the Naruto game.
Does Dayquil make you high or something?
I'm drinking some more.
Speaking of layers, has anybody seen Shrek Retold yet?
Oh,
yes,
is
I
it out?
love it.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
out.
So good.
Ooh.
Ugh,
I can go watch it.
I had another drink.
Can't wait for Red's character.
I mean, I don't know.
I
You
got-
might be able to get high off Dayquil. I don't know.
You could die off Dayquil.
You probably could die
Right.
off Dayquil.
It's not that you can get high on it. It's that you can't get kind of drunk on it.
Ah, should drink more. Should
Just,
drink more
chug
Dayquil.
it.
You'd have to. The thing of the only way to get drunk off Dayquil is to literally overdose.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
How much is an overdose?
The whole bottle.
I'm
just
gonna do
keep
it.
drinking.
I'm doing it.
It's an hour and a
Chugging
half
it down.
long.
I mean, Deco, I just got you Minecraft. At least play that a little bit more before you kill yourself.
I made a
We are-
sky island.
We
Kind
do
of.
not condone his death.
But
and we are
but
not
Deco,
responsible for it.
why have only one when you can have two?
I need to make like an expansive sky. What's it called, archipelago?
Archipelago.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah,
have a sky
Just
archipelago.
a series.
it also might be was it? There's another way of saying it, I believe.
I need to actually, now that I'm no longer on keto, I need to actually
Archipelago?
do. I need to
Yeah.
actually do like
Archipelago?
I need
No,
I need
Pelago
to
sounds dumb.
steal from my summons and do a drunk stream.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm the only one who does it.
I mean, I can steal from.
And or
This is
host
true.
it.
That's what I said. I can steal from my
That's true.
summons. You're one of my summons.
I was actually saying we should, if April Fool's falls on a certain day, we should do a drunk session.
I'm looking right the fuck now.
When's April Fool's?
Looking
So we can all request it off and do a
April
drunk.
fucking 1st.
Yeah, oh
What?
duh!
That's
Fucking God!
that's a Pokemon.
I mean, what day of the
That's a
week?
Pokemon RP day.
Fuck!
Too bad. Cancel. Let's do this other thing.
April Fools.
We switched
April
the days.
Fools. You thought it was Pokemon when it's actually Naruto. That's when we're doing
Damn
Naruto.
Done.
We're doing Naruto RP April 1st.
I fucking refuse.
It's gonna be the most popular thing. It's gonna be the most popular thing.
If it does become the most
We're
popular
doing
thing,
drunk Naruto RP April 1st. Mark it in your calendar.
I can absolutely do it completely plastered.
Mark
You
it in your
heard it.
calendars. Drunk Naruto RP April
It's
1st.
just
Guys,
been
if we-
confirmed.
29.
I'm looking at Cyan, Gemini, and Titan Up who say drunk Pokemon RP. Guys, if we do Pokemon RP, then I won't be able to be drunk during it.
Exactly, guys.
Yeah.
Drunk me is. I like to think drunk me is fun.
We can.
It's fun.
Like-
No, drunk Inuyasha.
I wasn't. I'm not even gonna
We
do
still
a.
have to keep. We still have to
freaking
finish that
canceled
game.
a regular Inuyasha RP. Why would I do a drunk one?
Because
I
we'll just
remember when that
we'll
was.
fake
Dave.
them
No,
out.
you're
It'll
not
just be
doing it. Squeaky is.
Ah, gotcha.
We got.
No,
Oh
well,
god,
that's-
we still
that's when
still
we-
have to finish.
No, we
Secret of the
title-
Divine Jewel. We still
No,
have to
we-
finish
no,
that game.
We title
Uh-huh.
it. We title it Inuyasha RP, and then we fake them out, and it's actually just us streaming the game again.
It's actually Wild Arms RP.
You have to find Sam Thulu.
And we need to find. We need
Brother.
to find Santhulu.
Brother, wait. We can't without a boat. It ate our boat.
We'll need a boat if we have bodies.
We can't. The last time we tried to make a person raft, it sank.
Mm. I say drunk Resident Evil for some reason.
I'm also kind of looking forward to a drunk Wild Arms game just to see Jake play like a Bishonen like cool guy character.
We're all gonna be.
Because he's gonna be a
horrible.
fucking like
It'd be-
he's gonna be like an outlaw, but he has like a sheriff's badge. It's gonna be crazy.
Me and Matt are just fucking assholes.
Yeah, and I'm somehow gonna be more asshole than you.
I'm your keeper, basically.
How about I DM that day?
There you go.
I've shown that I can be a very.
You know what? Actually, now that I'm not drunk enough yet to agree to that. I remember the last
Keeping
time
it
you
game.
DM'd. It's not happening.
There's
don't-
shit
Are you
everywhere.
saying I almost choked on salad? But are you saying I'm not capable?
Yes.
I tried to break
Okay.
my.
Are
I
you
tried to break my
disrespecting
legs.
Julia Falcor?
Are you disrespecting Gavin Furry?
I tried to kill
Yeah, that
myself
was
multiple
stupid.
times in
You're
her
stupid
DM.
for doing it.
How dare you?
Not fucking not happening.
I
I
jumped out
can't-
the window and got resurrected.
You only ever need one NPC.
The one that resurrects you when you try and kill yourself.
Freaking Matt turned into a Mothman.
I turned into like moth.
But you
Sephiroth
guys have
with a
probably
gun.
heard being in here for the past 11 minutes with us, but we do not have a white today. Unfortunately, Nightshade will not be with us today. He has work. It's the holidays and he has holiday work. So Quince is not going to be here. He is in fact getting eaten alive by one of these gigantic snow monsters.
Go tell Amazon to cancel Christmas.
Yeah.
Quince is being eaten. So unfortunately we can't have Quince be in this game, but we can have Tiny Quince in this game.
No, I know exactly. He's
Alright.
boycotting the Christmas tree industry.
They
My
keep
God.
killing his cousins.
If you guys look at Tiny Quince compared to regular Quince, and then regular Quince compared to the ice monster, it's the size comparisons actually work.
Kinda does. Almost.
So so this ice monster is going to eat Quince to a point that only Tiny Quince is left.
Good. And Ty and I refused on that. He said drunk soccer RP. I'm like, nah.
Alright, you know what? Sign me up for that.
Hell yeah, we got this.
It's got to be Sakura drunk
anybody's
RP.
going-
Sakura has to be the beginning of it. Has to be
If
Sakura
there's
drunk
anybody
RP.
I trust ever running a soccer RP, it's Blue.
I
You're
would
wrong,
not be able to
actually.
do it.
Are you sure? You play
Honestly,
every single one of our games.
honestly, and this is nothing against you, Blue. If I want to play in garbage, I'll do it. Not play with garbage, play in garbage.
It's true. It is garbage. If we ever do
I'll play a character that turns people on when I put clothes on.
See, that should have been your fairy tale character. Some kind of like illusion magic user that whenever he put on clothes, people swooned.
hey, some
It'll be
people
like minus 20 weather outside, and I'll have like 30 jackets on, so I'm basically a ball made of clothing, and people will just be like, they'll be falling over. They'll be too hot. They'll start undressing because they're hot and bothered by my beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
cover
it's
those.
Lonzo just gave 300 bits and says
Ooh.
temporary AP to the doggo.
Hey,
So I just gave the doggo an extra temporary AP.
Hooray. Look at me, I can do an extra 2 things now, maybe, sort of. It depends on which one I click.
sniff. And sniff
that-
again.
That doesn't take a... It's called
Well-
inhaling.
Sometimes it's difficult.
For you, maybe.
But yes, with all of that being said, everyone, cracking all my drinking some more Dayquil.
Shouldn't drink Dayquil.
I can't wait for him to pass out mid-game.
It's
We take control.
Dayquil, not NyQuil. I have that right beside of it.
Little did you know I
Are you
switched
sure?
the labels.
Are you sure you haven't been taking a little bit of both by mistake?
I mean, I have not been able to see color all day, so maybe I'm kidding.
I taste purple.
That being said, my dude,
Don't taste me. That's disgusting.
my
All right, you.
dudes, let's go to
It's time. Wait.
no. Okay, yeah, let's
We're
do it.
rolling the I'm fucked-o-meter.
That is
You can't stop him.
Just
12.
Did. 12.
I meant you, as in he could stop you.
That's a 60% chance of fuck today.
I mean, that's kind of shown.
I mean, Quince isn't here, so maybe.
Wilhelm,
Yes.
why don't you tell us what happened last time?
Oh boy.
What happened last time? All right, let's see if I can actually recall this. After a long and arduous debate on whether the fuck this one asshole named Jet was cursed or not, we decided to go investigate the main source possibly of his potential curse, which was this her home. Yes. And we went there, and we found the thing that was an evil circle. And when we went in the evil circle, we ended up in Christmas Town. Except it was Christmas Town if Kingdom Hearts was canon and the Ice Titan was walking around.
Never again.
And we also found the Golden Palace of Terra, or something like that. It was a big tower.
That's a good name for it.
Yeah, we found the Golden Palace of Terra, and the Emperor locked the door because he's a dick. So we're basically freezing our dicks off while trying to figure out how to open this fucking door, surrounded by doom. And then Jet, being the ever-lovable fucking turd that he is, decided to be more of a turd and tried to pick some shit. And then I started yelling at him, and it kind of got blurry after that. And then the vampire chick was skewered like a shish kebab on Ice Giant's arm. That was pretty weird. Also, we're fucked because the entirety of Doom Eternal is coming down on us.
You also missed that the weapon shop, the magic shop, and gun shop is a fucking bar.
That's only important to you.
It's very fucking important to me.
It's only important to. Also, Giant Forehead Bartender owns every shop in all of Hasenka.
Who is that motherfucker?
He's bartender.
the
You will
nodding
respect
chef.
him. That one too. I call him bartender.
He's part of the Magic Council. I know it.
But there was also one other thing. Whenever you guys were in Madam's house, you were able to find that there was someone else in the house. Someone who attacked both Rex and Quince. Quince recognized this person as being someone from his past. The person who had
twin brother Jinx.
person who had actually made a arc of some sort of strange energy back at the old Phantom Lord base, helping out the old leader. He attacked Quince with some sort of time magic. Vampire chick made her way up and showed her vampire chickiness to him, and was able to knock him out of the window, out of the fray, where he seemed to disappear. However, not before stabbing with a certain blade, and then making a strange blade out of some kind of time magic. Very strange. Quince, I believe, it was. I think Rex. Yeah, Rex picked up the handle, right?
Yeah.
With all that being
I
said,
put it in his mouth.
Yeah.
with all that being
Now,
said,
I-
you guys
Look,
did make it here to
listen.
where these ice giants, or whatever you want to call them, were, who immediately came out of the ground near where Jet was after Jet had basically yelled Madam out of the way. Madam not really understanding how to really handle all the situation, everything that's going on with her. She backed up as this thing came up, just as Jet was saying she was the only one safe among all of you. And this thing turned around and attempted to skewer her, which Jet jumped in the way, but then was about to get his own ass kicked whenever the vampire girl jumped. And again, got skewered by said gigantic monster. We ended things off with a large number of these monsters waking up from the other side of the palace and making their way over toward all of you. All of that being said, Shomaru has made his way into his giant form. You guys all kind of prepped for battle. Because Quince is not here, I'm going to say that he is doing his best to keep people at bay behind you guys. Just kind of like firing lasers at the ground beneath them. Try to get them to stop kind of coming at you guys. With all of that being said, there is a giant ice monster something in front of you. My dudes! I think it's time for us to go for an initiative roll. So what I need from each and every one of you guys right now is I need a reaction roll, please. And we're gonna go in order. That way I can put them all down. So first we're gonna go for Shomaru. Give me a reaction roll. I believe your reaction is upped while you're in your big form.
Big form. Yeah, it's actually two. I'm rolling with a +6.
Ooh, I just realized I have a bad reaction.
22. Very nice. Landon, give me a reaction roll, please.
Let's see here.
Roll the gold.
17
Damn.
plus 5 is 20.
Another 22.
22.
All right. Rex.
Obviously, with my 3 reaction, I am gonna get the highest with a 15.
Wilhelm.
That's actually better than I thought.
Reaction. Eh. 19.
Okay.
I was thinking of the
And
reaction.
Priscilla.
With my 3 reaction, I'm gonna roll Skittles
We all have 3 reaction.
and get a 14, which makes it a 17.
All right. So Rex is going last. Like
You know,
always.
everybody's 15 and up. That's not bad.
Everybody is 15 and up, and that is not bad, especially whenever I rolled for this thing before and it got an 8 total.
An 8?
An 8
Ooh.
total.
Oh.
However,
What an
his horde friends did end up getting a 13 altogether, which is not bad, but it's not good for them either. So the very last of each of these turns are going to be them. To be fair, the last in the initiative is actually going to be Maki, but still.
I love it. Look at the chat, and it's just full of big gay dad, big iron dad, big gay dad.
Because Maki, unfortunately, Nat 1 done her reaction earlier whenever I rolled it. So
It's okay. She's
trying.
she's
tries,
doing her
I
best.
think.
So with
I'm not
that
sure
being
what
said,
she does.
with that being said, Shomaru, you are going to have the first attack since you have a 6 right now, which is 1 higher than Landon. So Landon will be going second. So Shomaru, you see giant ice wraithy boy in front of you. You have just turned into your gigantic form. You saw this thing impale one of the people you are helping out through this adventure, as the vampire girl seems to be limp on this thing's arm. The insides that she had been pierced through seem to be freezing over. What would you like to do?
Can I go at that thing's arm specifically at all?
You can most definitely.
Alright, I'm gonna try and chomp it.
And try to bite it along its arm.
Chomp, chomp.
All right. Go ahead and give me a bite, my dude.
Chomp. 14.
Pretty good.
Plus 7. Plus 2.
The 23 right there.
Yeah.
The next one.
If it hit, D6 plus a
Oh, you did a thing though. You put an inspiration in. Go ahead and give another one.
Oh, right. I blanked on that.
I was just trying to see if you got I was just trying to see if you got a crit there. Ta-ta-ta. If you hit against something of equal size or lower, you will grapple them. This thing is definitely around. It's larger than you, but it weighs around the same because it's made of ice. This thing is definitely able to be grappled by you. I will say, would you like to roll me for your luck?
Yeah.
A pretty good luck. You notice, Shomaru, that while you are biting down on this thing, the arm seems to crack underneath your jaws. Let's go ahead and roll for the damage on it. Go ahead and give me I believe that is D8 plus athletics.
Is that D8? Oh, it's a D8. Sorry, it's a little pixely. I didn't realize. 5.
5 plus 9, that's 14 damage. And yes, you are going to be trying to grapple it, so go ahead and roll me for your athletics.
D20?
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, they have to roll against your athletics. Your athletics was a 23. Give me a second.
Oh, can I?
You know what? I told you to roll. Go ahead. You grapple him this turn. There's no fucking way it's going to not.
Yeah.
I told you to roll it, and you rolled it. I'm not going to make you waste a 20. You grapple this thing.
Hooray.
You notice it again beneath your bite. on this gigantic creature. You can feel the ice snapping from its arm. You still have AP.
Can I use this one to just do a claw claw?
You can definitely do a claw.
Athletics. Oop. 17.
17 plus 9, that's 26. That definitely hits. Dude, this is gonna be a
It's not
regular
very
claw,
high.
right?
Yeah. No.
D4 plus athletics.
3, 12.
Okay, that's gonna be an extra 12 damage. You do a humongous amount of damage to this thing as you bite down onto its arm. It seems to crack underneath your bite. You don't feel it having any extra effect from the claw. The bite in particular seemed to almost shatter this thing's arm. Something of similar like use might be able to do it. Perhaps it's just weak to grappling attacks. Is that gonna be it for your turn?
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna save my AP for now in case something catastrophic happens.
Like a meteor?
That's fine.
No,
Landon.
like the other ones get over here.
That's my name.
This thing seems to be in a battle with Shomaru. Shomaru seems to have grappled down onto this large creature and is not letting it go forward or back. He has its jaws around the arm that has the vampire girl on it. What would you like to do, my dude?
Can we see cracks along the arm?
From where you are, you saw some bits of ice falling whenever Shomaru bit in. Yes.
Okay. Well, if I use Amelia's sword, it's gonna be like a hot knife through butter.
Potentially.
So I should just go right through that arm.
This thing is rather large. You will have to climb onto Shomaru to do it. Is that fine?
That should be.
Your Steve.
If you want to go for the arm, you can go for the legs if you want, without climbing on Shomaru.
Nah, we gotta get Lady off of that giant finger. Ice finger.
Okay. You'll have to roll me for your athletics, depending on your roll. We will see. We will see whether or not this is going to do much of anything. To climb up there, this will take 1 AP though.
Okay.
Climbing on top of
Let's
Shomaru
take-
will take 1 AP. While you're mounted on Shomaru, though, you are going to have some cover, so that's going to be good.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me athletics real quick.
I'll just take 1 inspiration with that. 11 plus 7 plus 1 is
Very good.
19.
That is very good.
And then 8, 9 plus 7 plus
I mainly
1 is...
wanted you to roll the athletics to see if you botched and nat 1 and fell off Shomaru.
Ah. Yeah, 19.
All right.
Here's your inspiration.
Go ahead and set it over there. All right. So the next attack you want to do is with the steam steel sword.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me for your athletics,
Okay.
and you can decide after the hit, of course, if you want to do the extra effects.
Use another inspiration. 17 plus 8 is 25.
And it's really a hit. This thing
And
has
two-
this thing
and,
has
and another 17.
this thing has
Double
pretty low
17.
AC because it's so large. It's gonna be very hard for you guys not to hit it. But yeah, like that's a definite hit right there. All right,
I
as you
got
hit
double
it,
17.
do you want to use your steam steel sword's ability, or do you want to just keep it the way it is?
Well, I still do it. It's already hot, but I still do additional damage, heat damage, if I do use it. So
Yes. And whenever you hit it the first time, you're just going to be doing basic damage. It's still hot. It's still a steam sword, but it's not going to be doing any extra heat damage. Mechanically, you'll be doing actual heat damage while when you use the blade's effect. Like in the actual in the actual RP, like, oh, your sword's always steaming.
yeah, so I should put in some heat damage to it. So I'll take away 1 AP or 1 MP and 1 AP, which means that I'm getting rid of my 2 AP on this.
Do you want to give away more than 1 MP? Because it does say MP plus.
It says 1 MP and AP.
1 MP
So I
plus
need
and
a-
1 AP.
Okay, I see now. Yeah, I might as well put another one in.
Okay. So
So that's
is
2 MP.
that is going to be doing 2d10 extra heat damage. Do you want to put any more?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 1d6 plus your athletics.
1d6. Oh yeah, it's placeholder name.
Oh,
Six.
6 plus 8, that's 14. Go ahead and roll me the d10 for the heat, and we'll just double it.
Is this one the D10?
I believe it is I'm the fucking best, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 8.
All right, we will do altogether 16 additional heat damage, which this thing is weak to, so it's going to be taking double that. As you jump onto Shomaru, let's have you run up. As you jump onto Shomaru, Shomaru is latched onto this thing's arm. You bring your blade up and you slam it down into where Shomaru's like right at the edge of where Shomaru's mouth is, trying to shatter it off while still letting Shomaru grapple it. As you do so, you hit it with a massive amount of damage, and the arm completely gets severed below where Shomaru is grappling. So Shomaru is still grappling it as well. As the arm severs, Felicity and the arm falls. Felicity is still just kind of like laying, looking as if she is completely dead, having been skewered by this thing. But hey, good job.
Yeah, I guess that's all I can do right now.
You did it.
What was your roles again, Squeaky and I think yours and Wilhelm's were similar. One was 17, one was
14
15.
plus 3 reaction was
Yeah,
17.
you had 17. So yeah, you're next, Priscilla.
Wait, I thought Wilhelm had 19.
I did.
Huh? Who had 15?
Wilhelm had 19.
19.
I did.
Oh, you had 15. Okay, Wilhelm then.
Yeah.
My bad. I knew one of you had 15.
Yeah.
Wilhelm first, then Priscilla, then actually Wilhelm first, then Priscilla, then someone else. And
Oh, I see.
you didn't do a bad roll, right? You just got the worst out of everybody here.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Wilhelm. What would you like to do? This thing has just basically dropped its arm. The arm is still completely speared through Felicity. She seems to be like just looking as if she is completely dead from the wound that she has taken. The ice has spread around from that wound, as if it's freezing her. However, this thing as well is still on its feet. It's still being grappled by Shomaru. What would you like to do?
Now, the smart idea might be to try and melt it.
Go on.
Is it Shomer within the cone of damage?
Shomaru can easily not be. You have to go on the other side of him, but he can easily not be in the cone of damage. They're both rather large.
That's true. Yeah, I'll move over. Like, yeah.
Shomaru has this thing grappled from like this part of the arm, so like you'd have to move around Shomaru.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Okay, I'll move on that side of it.
All right, you're not climbing on top of him or anything, so it's not going to take you an extra AP. It's just like a regular move.
Yeah.
If you had to like move from there to like here, I'd be like, yeah, extra AP, but like no.
I'm gonna go fucking 1v10 though. All right. Just flame burst it right in its face hole.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a conjuration, I believe. Is that what your flame burst is?
Yeah, it's.
Are you sure you don't want to make it a water burn?
Aspect shift will drain my entire turn.
But you can make it water.
I could also try and use earth and see what happens with that.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
I don't know. What would earth burst do?
This is a giant ice monster.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm using flame burst. I'll use aspect shift for something else.
Yeah, I was playing around with the aspect.
I wonder if I can do fire fury. Anyway, flame burst. Let's see, con. Where's my thing at?
Go ahead and damage out is 3 times modifier. Wait a minute. No. This is a move that he has to roll reaction, which is horrible for him.
Hooray!
So yeah, damage equal to 3 times conjuration modifier. You are going to be doing. Your conjuration modifier is very good if I remember.
6.
Conjuration is 6, so 3 times 6, that's going to be 30. 6. It's going to be 18. Are you going to be putting any more into it?
Add to MP. Oh, the second burst.
Got a second burst?
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be 4 AP and 2. That's going to be 4 MP and 2 AP. And the last time you had done this, people had mentioned that maybe you should have to roll for both of them. So I'm going to have him roll 2 reactions.
Okay.
But again, he has very low reaction. Like I was thinking about it for a long time. Like, should I have him do 2 reactions? Because it's like supposed to be like burst. That's what I originally thought with it. But when it came down to him, like I'm going to have him have 2 reactions.
Don't worry. Later down the flame burst line, I'll just do a fucking final flash.
We'll see if we can get him to do stuff with the other one. Again, he has like a 2 in his reaction because he is a big boy.
Never doubt the dice.
So first roll. That is an 8. He will be taking full damage, I believe. Roll. 14. What is your thing over here? 2. DC is 10 plus conjuration. Nope, he did not pass her DC either time.
DC 16.
Yep, he had to pass 16 to not take full damage both times. So nope, he has taken full damage from both of them, which means 18 and 18. By the way, fire, so that's doubled.
Holy fuck! I knew it. I thought it would do a little more. I didn't think I'd do. What it was 18? 18's like 36.
Mm-hmm. You did
so
36 with each burst.
72 damage.
This thing is made to be a tank. There's a lot of HP behind this boy, but most of you guys, I'm pretty sure, can hit it with a 2 reaction. As this happens, you burst out with 2 of these large bursts. You see like a stream of just steam rising off of this boy as water comes off of him down onto the ground, splashes onto the snow behind him, and immediately freezes over again because of the place you're in. As you strike this boy with your most powerful fire attack, we're going to be going to Priscilla.
So how many of there are there of compared to these ice boobies?
What was that?
How many ice boobies are there, and how many are there of us fighting?
We're fighting one right now.
You guys are fighting one right
How
now.
many-
Out of the other ones is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What are you?
So
Unfortunately,
Would that-
unfortunately, you guys have a few more members.
okay, so this wouldn't set off this
No,
war cheer,
unfortunately
huh?
not. This unfortunately would not be the one that set it off.
Alrighty. Well, I am on your. I didn't bring a weapon.
I didn't bring a
Should have brought
weapon.
a fork or something.
I brought nothing. Wow, I have nothing on me. Maybe you should have thought about this, Priscilla, before you went on this mission. Maybe you should have fucking brought something. A
Do you want
spoon.
my crowbar?
You could potentially make a
Do you
dandy
wanna
hammer
give-
with the crowbar
Can I toss her my crowbar?
on your turn.
Okay.
She can go and try to get and grab your crowbar. Want to do that? Sweet?
It's that thing of like she'll be like,
Let's go. Oh, I don't have anything. Mr. Rat,
Yeah.
can I borrow your crowbar?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take 1 AP away for going and grabbing the crowbar. Is that fine?
yeah,
Okay,
and then just runs back to Shomaru and hops on.
okay, redo.
If you're
redo.
hopping on Shomaru, that's also gonna take another AP.
Yeah, that's fine. She's got to get back on Shomaru.
Don't break it.
Okay,
Destroy it.
okay. We're gonna dandy, and we're gonna make it big.
All right. You go to dandy hammer the crowbar. As you do that, unfortunately, the crowbar is already perfection. You can't dandy. I'm kidding. You dandify the crowbar to make a large blunt object. This is more like it's honestly more like a dandy club with the way it's made, or a dandy bar, I guess, but it's using the aspect of dandy hammer. It is a bludgeoning item. as you make this large crowbar like object in your hand with a handle that seems to fit you. You jump back onto Shomaru again, going to Rex, coming back, and then getting on Shomaru. You have 1 AP left, so you are gonna get one attack on.
Okay, I'm gonna club it with this thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll me athletics.
Athletics. I'm gonna put in an inspiration.
Fine.
And I'm gonna. That's an 8.
Hammer is a metaphor.
Oh no.
That's 5.
All right,
so
the
I guess
8
we're
plus-
doing.
the 8 plus 4 is a 12.
Yeah.
You hit on a 12.
Yeah.
This thing's AC is a 12.
Yeah.
Literally, like I said, this thing is not something that is gonna dodge you. This thing is definitely just, I'm here with a lot of HP. You go ahead and roll 1d6 plus your athletics mod for damage.
1d6.
Actually, if the weapon already had a damage dice, then add another dice level onto it. What is the what is the crowbar's dice? Dice?
Mm.
It is. Let me roll over yonder. Reinforce. It is a athletics or hit. Roll 1d6 plus
1d6.
athletics mod for damage.
What is Dandy Hammer's? Where is 1d6? This is gonna be a 1d8 plus athletics now.
1d8 plus athletic. Okay, so I'm rolling gummy bears.
Actually, you should have rolled M&Ms.
M&Ms? Okay,
That's a
M&Ms.
D8.
5 plus 4 is 9.
As you strike this thing with 9 damage, it seems to take the 9 damage just kind of on the chin as you hit it. Not on the chin, but you hit it somewhere along that
In
eye.
the face.
You hit it in the face.
Metaphorical chin. The chin is a
Face.
metaphor.
Bits of ice
Yum.
seem to shatter off whenever you strike it.
Yeah.
At that point, that is your last thing you can do that turn.
That's okay.
Back over here. We will go into Rex after this. First, we're going to have Let go have his turn.
After these messages.
Let is going to look at what you guys are doing. Look at what Quince is doing. Looks at Lodolite. Kind of motions toward the giant monster to Lodolite, and he's going to make his way over to the vampire. He's just like, well, the monster.
You little. Okay.
And he's going to try to get Felicity off of the ice spire.
At least he's doing something.
Rex, it's going to be your turn.
All right. So after all of that, does this thing look fine or?
I mean, this thing has some shatters on it. This thing has some melted stuff off of it. This thing is still looking just like it's up. It is an ice monster of some sort. It does not seem to have any sort of note of fatigue or anything about it.
Okay.
Again, that could come from
I'm
it being
debating.
a construct, though.
True. I'm debating to use Iron Devil's suit, but that's is that once per battle or once per day?
One use of battle.
Okay, you know what? That's fine then. Then
We'll go for an Iron Devil suit.
I feel like I want to do an Iron Devil suit.
You already had this MP out. Is that for that?
That's the extra MP that we got.
Oh, okay. One.
No, I mean like we had an extra MP to use. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I did because I drank the potion.
Your extra MP?
I thought it
The
would.
one that doesn't regenerate?
Okay, never mind then. I apologize. I didn't know if that was like.
No. This is a
automatic.
one-time use thing.
Oh, okay.
You use this MP and it's gone.
Gotcha.
That's why I was going through your regular MP first, in case you didn't have much else to do this turn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's going to do that. So it's going to take 2 AP.
Yeah.
And you have now let's see the flavor text here, covered themselves in iron chain links that seem to extend from your skin. This softens blows for most attacks and renders most demonic curses useless upon contact. While coated with this suit, the user takes on a demonic visage, an aura, even growing sharp iron horns to assist in combat. By the way, you have sharp iron horns.
He's henchant.
I believe there, yeah, Iron Devil's horns over here.
Yeah.
There's no MP cost for those, but there is a 2 AP cost.
Can I use them right now?
2. Conjuration roll to determine the armor's defense. Go ahead and roll me Conjuration.
Let's do it.
Conjuration is a
Don't
5.
fuck it up.
18. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Ooh, that's really good.
That's going to be 23. Armor is 3 times Conjuration. Oh, that's really good. You got a 71, I believe.
I am armor man.
23.
And
No, that's going to be 60. That's 69. You have a 69 Iron
now?
Devil suit right now. You'll be able to take 69 damage.
Oh, I am immortal.
However, you also let out an aura, showing yourself to be a more demonic looking force amongst your friends and your enemies. Potentially, if anything here gave a shit about that, they would be like, "Hey, die."
and I'd be like, "Hey,
They
Iron
couldn't do
Devil's
that.
Rage."
What was that?
I already screamed that at the end of the last game.
That is true.
Can't
You
do
did
it.
do the scream. That is very true. I believe that. How long does the scream last anyway?
It's like 5 turns.
Yeah, this thing is not
Echo.
turning around. This thing is not turning around after you did that. It's you know what? It doesn't give a fuck. It gives a 0 fucks.
Is there an echo? Or is it just me?
Jake
on-
had an echo for a
There
second.
is.
Just you?
Tabletop. Just mute him in
Weird.
tabletop.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Just
Jake,
being
you're
able
in
to
you're doing something.
There we go, fixed
There you
it.
go.
Oh.
But yes, with that being said, you have 1 more AP for your turn. What do you want to do?
Let's see. I'm looking at all my things, and I think they all cost, besides my crowbar, more than 1 AP.
Fortunately, you don't even have a basic attack right now.
I can't just punch?
I mean, I'll have a punch down here for you.
Oh, okay.
If you punched, you would probably do more damage to yourself than did, to be fair.
Hmm. I didn't know I need to make a card for a punch.
That's why I
guess
gave
I
all of
would.
you guys your basic attack things, and you handed over your basic attack. You want to use the black ring? Not even on.
I could.
Why is it doing that?
Doing what?
Don't you see it?
Oh, that's weird. I mean, maybe I should use this extra MP. Wait, no, I can't, because AP! I can't, I literally can't do anything.
Unfortunate, my dude. You walk up and you punch it, and as you punch it, you're like, "Ugh!" And you're like, you look at your hand after you punch it. Your hand is covered in that Iron Devil suit, and you're like, man, I wish that this did damage too. Something to look forward to into later if you want to upgrade your suit.
Yep, blank card. Cool.
Punch, 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 punch. You're making it out to be really cool. Like you're punching, you're doing good. All right.
I will lift the tree and stab it with a tree. Done.
Time to go to Lodolite's turn. Lodolite is going to watch you guys do your thing. She's going to look over toward Let. Let's going to point off toward the thing. She's going to shrug, and she's going to run off toward it. As she does, she pulls out a blade. The blade that she pulls out seems to be very crystalline and very much letting off a rainbowish like color as it kind of sparkles in the nightlight. As it strikes into this person, unfortunately, she's going to be using her 3 AP attack. I say unfortunately because unfortunately it's probably not that. It still hits. She's going to be doing her 3 AP attack, which is going to be her D12 attack. I'm going to use Nightshade's D12. She even got good roll too. As she strikes with her blade, going up against this large creature, you guys see an aura of just like colorful light coming out from the sword. As she strikes in, she stabs into this creature, and it does nothing. As she strikes into it, she steps back, she looks to her blade, she's gonna like look over towards you guys, she's gonna be like, "Hey, my sword doesn't hurt it."
Was it supposed to?
I think it's
What does your
immune.
sword
I think
do?
it's immune to ice damage.
Are you fucking?
I fucking hate you. There's no way you're that stupid with that amount of confidence that you have in your body.
Lodolite, I thought you were better than that.
So all she has is ice damage, guys.
Use your.
Jeez. No,
What do
that's
you want
fair.
from her?
That
That's all she has.
No, that happens. She should
It
have.
happens.
That happens, man.
That's all.
Maybe
on her
knowing
entire
that she
sheet, that's
has-
all she has is ice damage.
Maybe knowing that she has ice magic, she probably should have just tried to maybe free the person that's currently impaled
With
and
ice
heal them.
damage?
No, I don't know, man.
Let told her to attack.
Also, she can't heal her. Remember, if she heals her, she dies.
Haha.
Oh, yeah, rip.
Okay, cool.
The
Lodolite does
only
ice damage.
magics Lodolite has is healing and ice magic.
Ah.
As
Good
she
for
just like
her.
she just like waves up towards Landon and Priscilla, just like, "Hey, he's immune to ice damage. Don't use that." Like thumbs up towards him.
We learned so much today.
How suicidal I am about this situation.
I grossly misjudged you.
I think we all did.
If I will say this, if this was against anything else, it would have done a lot of damage. She rolled really high.
Cool.
I think
What
it's
the fuck?
immune to ice damage. Well, what the fuck did you think it would be immune to?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Help your fucking friend over there.
He told me to attack it.
He's an idiot. Why would you listen?
You're an idiot. Just because it's made of ice
Focus.
doesn't mean it's immune to ice. It could have hurt it. Have you ever tried
Let
hitting
her
ice
rock.
against other ice? Ice breaks.
This thing's a solid chunk of ice.
I've seen solid chunks of ice break.
Just play the role of support, you two. I'll deal with it.
Okay, none of that was in character.
Oh, wasn't
Seems like all of it was.
Mine wasn't.
I
I
did do
was
the
doing
right
the dumbass
solution.
Shomaru.
Joker, look,
Yeah.
we have more money.
Do-do-do. Cyan Gemini, inspiration to Lodolite. I have to ask her, did she try hitting it harder? You know what? Maybe I should hit it harder. Oh god. Thank you very much for the inspiration. Let me find her inspiration. Oh, she has some.
You can see her intelligence stat going down.
I was told to hit it. I have to follow what I'm told.
But Landon holds the key.
Yeah, but he wasn't the one that summoned me. I don't have a contract with Landon.
Landon, fix this.
Landon, fix our problem.
And even then, I'm pretty sure he would have told me to attack it. Without knowing what I can do. Sounds like a you guys problem for bringing us.
You're right. We should just keep all the money for ourselves forever.
Leave them here. They can't escape.
Next is going to be going to Jet's turn. Jet is going to protect Madam. As Madam is looking off, looking off over Jet, looking over toward Felicity. She seems to like take a step toward Felicity. Jet gets in the way and like kind of pushes her back a bit, just like, no, we are not getting closer to these things. And that is his turn.
You change your fucking tone. You're not gonna blame her anymore.
I mean, if you want me to take up time during the battle to like for him to start yelling, I can. I mean, everybody wants to hear him yell, right?
No.
Everybody wants to hear him
Throw
yell,
in that
right?
Black hole.
Red, you shut the fuck up right now.
And then Maki's turn. Maki
Maki.
with her actually. Oh, this could actually work with her.
Maki, do
I forgot
something.
I forgot. This is the first time she's fought since she prestiged.
All right, she presaged.
Use your
Her
will.
other-
Maki, do the
Getting
thing.
her.
This better be like something spectacular. I better see a fucking
All right.
bone tree.
As she seems to make her way to the other side where Rex is. Going over to where Rex is, Rex, you start punching it. As you start punching it, she seems to pull out both her she seems to pull out her arms, not pull them out, you know what I mean. She has both of her arms out at the ready. As she does, she seems to wince as bones start coming out from her palms.
I immediately let go of the ice wraith to eat her.
As these bones start coming out from her palms, she seems to stab into this thing's leg with both of her palm bones, and we're gonna have to roll to see if anything happens.
Come on, do something.
Nope, that was me pushing the 20. I didn't mean to push the 20.
How'd you even, there's a 20 button?
If you go to rotation value, you can push. You want it to land on.
Huh.
Crazy. Oh, that was almost a 19.
18 plus inflation. That's gonna 19. That's definitely really good. As Maki goes into it, she puts her arms up against the leg that she just impaled. As she does, she calls out, "Rupture!" As she does that, the entirety of this thing's leg begins to vibrate, very much uncontrollably, until large shatters appear all the way up its leg. Going to her damage dice, which again I'm just gonna use. I don't want to.
Did she just...
Oh, and she got a 12!
That sounds like a good number.
Gets a 12. That's going to be 3 times her roll. That is going to be...
Jesus.
36. It's only going to be 3 times her roll because of how big this thing is, but still. As she stabs into it, its leg begins to vibrate and shatter like all up and down the leg. Upon doing this, she seems to also be wincing the entire time as bits of demonic blood come out from her hands. That's gonna be her turn.
Impressive.
Now it is the Horde's turn.
But Quint is holding them off. Quint's.
Yep,
weird.
Quince is definitely holding them off.
I thought he was scaling the side of the tower.
Quince is firing off blasts and stuff. Yep, they're definitely being pushed back by wood.
He's trying his best.
As we go to the Ice Wraith's turn. As the Ice Wraith that is in front of Shomaru, like you said, I'm glad you reminded me, by the way, that you roared at it, because otherwise I was going to have it attack someone completely different. But instead, it's going to be attacking you, which is to say, it's going to be attacking in your direction. So it's going to be going for... No. You have it grappled. It can't use its breath attack.
Hey.
Instead, it's going to be trying to stab into you, Shomaru. It can't use its big attack, but it can use a couple of its little attacks. It's going to attempt to stab into the Shomaru. Don't even worry about rolling. Don't even worry about rolling, Shomaru. Second attack. Oh, this one you might have to worry about rolling. Go ahead and give me a reaction or a I guess it'd just be reaction.
plus 6.
16 plus 6, that's gonna be 22. It got an 18. Unfortunately, no. It gets its 18 plus 6. It's got 24. As it stabs into you, Shomaru. Shomaru, I need you. By the way, did you calculate your health as a big boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I took 5 from screaming. It's all up here.
Okay, just making sure you did that, because this is going to be a bit of damage.
But
Shomaru, that's going to be 36 damage. As it stabs into you with its left ice spike. Unfortunately for you, it can only attack with melee attacks right now. So you're the only one it's attacking with this. If it had its breath weapon, it could have attacked Landon and Priscilla as well. but as it goes in, it seems to stab a spike of ice into your side. Priscilla and Landon, you see this this ice creature stab into Shomaru.
Oh
Shomaru, you are still grappling onto it. I need you to roll me for your concentration.
6 plus, where's concentration? 8.
Altogether 8?
Yep.
You're fine. He's gonna stay grappled. All right. As this goes up to your over to the next turn, Shomaru, I believe you are at the very top. You still, you still are grappling this thing. Its arm that was holding Felicity has been severed from it. It has stabbed into you with its other arm. The arm you have right now to grapple it is not really doing too much, but you don't know if that's permanent. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go bite the other arm because if he can regrow his shit or anything like that, that's still the bigger arm right now.
All right, you're gonna let go of this one and go to bite the other one.
Yes.
First off, get your AP back.
No, I put those 2 off.
Oh, okay. Then use your AP.
Because I used all 3.
I just wanted to make sure you still had your AP.
Don't worry.
Okay. Go ahead and give me athletics. Oh. Hey, that one's a lot
That
better.
one's much better.
All right, you're gonna get your bite on. Go ahead and roll me for the 1d8 plus athletics.
3 plus 9, 12.
12 damage, still pretty good. I will have him roll against your athletics this time. You're not 20 the time before, but you had a 24 altogether. No,
7.
27 altogether.
Yeah.
I do not think he can beat that. Like, if he nats, maybe, I think on a 19 he can meet it. He did not. He's grappled. He's grappled hard. All right, you want to do anything else with your turn?
Smack it with my hand.
All right, go for a claw attack. That definitely hits. That does not hit.
11. No, wait, that's a 4.
D4 plus 11?
13 damage.
Or D4 plus,
13.
it's a D4 plus athletics mod.
Yep, 13.
All right. Altogether, it's going to be 13. I will say, if your seal ever gets upgraded, or if you ever upgrade it yourself, you can upgrade Blight Claw's base D4 to something else. With that being said, that's going to be another grapple and some more damage onto it. He still is directly on you because of your challenge as well. As you you bite into his other arm, the other arm gets the shattering effect up it as well. This one as well was a little bit melted by Wilhelm's attack, so it's definitely going pretty bad for him right there. Looking at him, the arm that you were biting does seem to begin to grow slightly, but it's gonna take more than a turn for it to come back.
Is it just what we're gonna do? Is Landon gonna just finish severing the arms and then I bite them down?
That's up to you guys, my dude. Speaking of Landon, though, Landon.
That's my name.
This large creature has been tore up, has been bursted with flame, has been hit with ice, and nothing happened. has been like shaken up. What are you gonna do to it?
Can I see that it is trying to regrow?
The arm that you had attacked seems to have a slight. It seems to be regrowing slightly.
Okay.
But again, it's gonna take a little while for it. At least looking at it from where you are now.
Do I have any knowledge, even basic, when it comes to amalgamations or constructs?
I want to say no because of your background. I'm not going to say you have any knowledge of them.
Okay, but I am aware. Like, one thing's for certain: everything dies somehow.
Yes, that is the law of the world.
Which means that it could very well die.
Also,
if I
since
were
this is a turn, I'm giving you back an MP.
Okay. Which means that if I were to, say, stab it in the chest, throw all my Zeal magic into it, and then Zeal snap it, it may regrow into 2 things, or it may die.
Could you stop with the head slicing thing?
Never.
You could
Jesus
definitely
Christ.
attempt to use your zeal snap on it. It would definitely you could definitely try it. Although you do know that your zeal snap takes a bit of hits to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All I gotta do is like. So if I hit it twice with the sword, which is 2 AP, and then Zeal Snap, that's 2/3 of the charge. I might be lucky.
I mean, again, usually it takes around. I have it on zeal snap. Usually it takes around 3 hits to do.
So 2 is iffy.
2 is very iffy, especially for something as large as it is.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, sorry, I was stretching.
Perfectly fine.
Let's see here.
You could potentially also zeal shot it.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's really doing any abilities apart from stabbing people.
Yeah.
Unless Zeal Shotting hinders that.
Zeal
as
shot
well.
hinders AP,
Yeah.
but would have 1 less AP to do its attacks.
True. Yeah, I was gonna say we have a lot of people here, so somebody will figure it out, but I only trust myself. No, just kidding.
Fuck all of you.
Yeah, I could probably Zeal Shot this thing.
Okay. You would have to touch it, so you could either do it from a weapon attack, or you could just go forward and try to touch it yourself. What do you want to do?
Oh, let's see here. The other arm is what's currently being shattered now, right?
The other
Or
arm is being
Shomaru still
chompered.
on the first arm. Okay. So if I attempt to do damage to the other arm, and while doing damage, Zeal Shot it, that would probably be an okay turn.
Yeah, you could try to slice off the other arm like you did the first arm. At that point, you can try to put your zeal magic into it, at least from the stuff that's still that is still there.
Yeah, okay. Actually, wait a sec. I already hit it once, but the Zeal Magic that I hit it once with probably went into, I already hit it once when I hit the
We'll say for
arm.
the sake of everything that when you hit it that time, it went into the severed limb because you didn't call out that you were trying to use them. You were trying to put zeal into it.
No, that's fair. Okie dokie. Alright, yeah, let's just go with let's stick with this plan then.
Okay. So you're gonna try to attack its arm again.
Sure.
All right, that's gonna be at least 1 AP to go for the attack. So go ahead and roll me for your athletics.
Okie doke. 13 plus 8?
Yep, you needed 12 to hit. You're fine. As you strike with it, do you want to do any extra heat damage?
If I do, then I will. Actually, no, I do have mana. Yeah, I can do that. I'll take 1 out and do it.
Okay, that's going to be a bit of heat damage onto it. Go ahead and roll me for your D6 plus athletics, and then roll me a D10.
One
plus athletics
is 8.
That's a 9 altogether, and then roll me a D10.
No, my athletics is 7, so it's
oh,
8.
okay, my bad.
Yes. 10.
I'm sure it looks like 0 to me. I'm kidding. That's gonna be.
It does.
It's gonna be 20. That's gonna be 20 heat damage. As you strike into it with your blade, you try to go to sever the other arm like you did the first one. Shomaru already breaking some of it. As you strike in with your steam steel, you sever the other arm. Upon doing that, you gonna put a bit of your zeal into it?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna say that you keep your blade on the severed part of the arm for a moment. That's gonna cost at least 2 MP.
Yeah, for Zeal Shot. Yep.
In your final AP, Zeal Shot. Yep. Roll your ceiling, my dude.
Gain an additional +3 MP, or +3 for each additional MP you put. No, I'm not. I only have 1 MP. I'm gonna leave that for now. So yeah, I'll just roll for my conjuration.
No, you have to roll for your sealing against their conjuration.
Oh, stealing against. Okay, I don't know, something. Bleh. I'm here. swear
It's
I'm
fine.
here.
This is the first time you've actually used the ability too. It's fine.
I'm gonna put 1 inspiration into it. Roll the goat. 19.
That's really
plus
good.
Sealing, and then 1.
Which one do you want to go with?
So we'll go for the we'll go for the 24.
Sure. All right. Against
Seems
its
pretty reasonable.
conjuration, the roll. Yeah. Okay. So. Additional MP attack unsuccessful. Roll. This is 1 AP for 3 rounds. All right. So that is going to be. Next round, he will only have 3 MP or 3 AP. Each of his each of his regular like fighting attacks cost 2 AP. So he's only gonna get 1 attack next round.
And he has no arms.
He has no arms.
He'll
like a
headbutt
swing.
you. He'll kick you. All right. After that, I believe it's going to go to Wilhelm.
Aye.
Wilhelm, you look up at this boy. It is being a boy. You also gain back 1 of your MP.
Yay. 4 MP.
What would you like to do to it, my dude?
I think. I think I want to use aspect shift. I think I have an idea.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Is this thing looking like it's on death's door yet?
Again,
I mean, it's
because it's a
armless, but-
construct, you guys wouldn't know. However, you would have an idea of what constructs are if you want to roll me for your knowledge.
I fucking do.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Unlike Landon, you actually have a magical background and you've traveled far and wide. I would give this to you.
Oh, that's right. I'm a bard. That's a 20. That's a 23.
Depending on the type of construct it is, they might not show any actual wear and tear. However, you can usually tell whenever constructs themselves are tiring based on how slowly they move. With this one, it seems to have been moving slowly from the very beginning.
This thing's really beat up.
So in other words, something has already happened to this thing before the fight even began. Meaning, it's probably pretty close to being dead.
In that case, I'll just go with, instead of that, I'll do some guaranteed double damage and worry about what happened to this thing later.
Like, you look at this thing, you notice how slowly it's kind of walking. You look back to the others that Quince is trying to hold off, and they're moving a lot faster.
Oh dear, that's actually really bad. Well, just gets this look of a look of realization and a look of absolute terror.
Like,
I mean, I'm not breaking a sweat so far.
Oh, so I'm gonna go with the flare burst.
All right, are you gonna put any extra into it?
I mean, I won't have much left after if I do that. I'll just do the 1.
Okay. 1.
Well, how far away? I'll get mana back. Let's do it. Let's go for a double, triple, quadruple.
All right, you're going for a double? That is all your mana, my dude.
Worth it.
3 times your conjuration modifier. This thing will take a lot if it does not make these rolls. I'll use your dice.
Beat a 16.
It has to beat a 16 twice. First roll. He got a 15. His reaction sucks, man.
I got a little late to specify.
Second.
Okay. Oh, he unnatural that one.
The first one he did take. The second one he seemed to basically he gave up like a piece of himself to dodge most of the fire. You actually got like a big chunk out of his himself. You burned like a hole through this guy. It seemed to like move away from that part of himself. as he takes 3 times conjuration modifier, which is that's another 36 damage. And again, Wilhelm, you looking at this thing, you can tell after you did that attack, especially, it is moving extremely slow.
One final hit, guys. Come on, we have to move.
Wilhelm calls out that you guys have to move. He seems to have noticed something you guys have not. Priscilla, it's your turn.
We have to move?
The other this thing's been beaten up already. We need to get going before the fresh ones.
Okay.
You can have 3 attacks with your dandy hammer now.
Yeah. But don't we gotta move?
Well, you have to take care of this thing
Kill it
first.
first.
Okay, we gotta take care of this first. Okay. I still have these fire sprite tears.
You definitely do. If you'd like to use them, you definitely can. There are
Well,
other things
this
you can
one's
use them
almost
with.
dead. If this one's almost done for, I might save it if we run into another one.
That's perfectly fine.
But I'm gonna hit this over and over again with this giant hammer.
All right, let's go for 3 attacks to the dandy hammer.
Okay.
So go ahead
this is
and throw me an athletics.
I'm just gonna use the regular roll. I'm not using inspiration. 3.
That does not hit. The first one does not hit. Wielding this
okay.
giant crowbar is not going as easily as you thought.
It's almost like I'm a weak little girl.
You got this, though.
That
Do the
hits.
thing.
Well,
That hits.
alrighty. That's 16.
Do one more.
Yeah.
Do one more.
Alrighty.
Break his legs.
And that does not hit.
5.
You do hit once.
Okay.
Roll me a
Okay.
D8 plus athletics.
2 plus 6. 2 plus the 4.
All right, that's gonna be 6 more damage onto this thing. Bang.
Yeah.
One of these days, you're gonna get some
I'm
elemental damage added
helping!
onto these things.
I'm
You're
helping.
One of these days, Squeaks, you're gonna get some elemental damage added onto these things, and it's gonna get really good.
I'm helping.
You need to get a dandy bow. Or a dandy
Yeah, probably.
dandy quiver. But no. As you hit this thing with 6 damage, bam! Alright, so it's time to go to Let. Let is attempting to get Felicity off. He eventually does get the lifeless body of Felicity off of the ice. As the ice has stopped creeping up around the wound that is around her. He is putting his hands down onto her as little bits of like white flame seem to come off of his hands, and he's not touching her with it because he understands exactly kind of what she is after seeing everything with you guys, but he is attempting to burn away the ice on her. As we go to that, we go to Rex.
Me.
Rex, there is a big old boy in front of you.
I'm actually surprised I got a turn to actually do anything. Oh,
Kill
my
it.
fuck. I didn't know I couldn't punch. So do I have my AP back?
Yeah.
How much MP do I have back?
Have all your AP
None.
back. You gain 1 MP back.
Hey. 2.
Hey, 2.
Of course, I'm just gonna use my Iron Devil suit again. Wait, no, can't do that again. That'd be stupid. But
you can go for Iron Devil Horns. You can go for Iron Devil Rage.
Wilhelm made a point of
Needing to finish this now so we can run.
my suit wouldn't help anything with that. So, but I think Rage might be a good idea. What do I roll for that?
Damage dealt is 4 times your conjuration modifier. He has to roll.
I see.
Iron Devil's Rage.
Sure.
Right, that's gonna cost you all of AP.
Goodbye.
All of your AP. 4 times your
Yeah.
conjuration is quite a bit. That's gonna be 20.
My conjuration is pretty high.
Alrighty. Go ahead. I'm gonna use yours. He has a 2 in
Okay.
he has a 2 in his reaction. So before I roll,
Oh, wow.
Altogether, that is going to be a 17. 15 to 18, he takes half. He will still take damage as you go at him with this large amount of just pure rage. I need you to actually roll me for sealing.
Oh, yeah, it does that, doesn't it? Nope.
As you do your Iron Devil's rage on this thing, you breathe in and you let out this blast of energy. You feel as if you only seem to scarcely get at it with it. However, as you do hit it with it, you start to feel something else on it. Something demonic does appear to be on this thing. It doesn't seem to be made up of it itself, but there does appear to be some kind of a curse on this thing.
Wonderful.
And that is your turn?
It's not dead yet.
It is not dead.
I can't do anything else.
As it takes that damage, and it's going to be going to Lodalight's turn.
Good for you, Lodalight.
She's like, sheaths her sword, looks at her fist, goes over and tries to help you by punching it. It does not do anything.
Lodalight, we need to invest a spell card into a punching spell, my friend.
Yeah, same to you.
That's why I said we.
As the two of you are punching at it.
I mean, I raged at it, so.
It goes to Madam and Jet's turn. Madam's like, I want to help. Jet's like, okay, she's off the spike now. I guess we can go over here. And he's gonna go over to Felicity, and he's gonna be trying to like use his anti-magic to get rid of the ice buildup on her, as he's trying to absorb the magic out of it. Madam's just gonna be like looking at her, like kind of grabbing at her head and like seeing if she's okay and stuff like that, and with a giant hole through her, are you okay? Anyway,
She's a vampire. She'll be fine.
that being said, Maki has she is unfortunately in the situation where she has to do quite a bit of damage without technically this thing doesn't have what's she gonna do? She won't use that attack again because it's gonna hurt her if she uses it, so she's just going to attempt to stab into it with her bones. She would know not to do Rupture twice in a row. First attack's gonna miss. Second attack's gonna hit. All right. Maki seems to pull out her the arms and the bones that were inside of him. She seems to bring them out and then start stabbing into the ice as she is doing so. That's pretty good. She's gonna be doing an extra 12 damage and then one last attack. Nat 20s!
Oh shit.
She's going to be doing 16 more damage. As she stabs into this thing several times, again trying to go after the leg that she's already done the rupture to. It seems to large chunks of it seem to go away. It's going to go to the Horde's turn, who has made it by this point to Quince. Quince is going to be doing the backing off thing where he goes to you guys and he's like, guys. I can't do a Quince voice.
Okay.
This one moved all the way over here. Why not? They're still a good distance away from you guys. Like, this is not like to scale how far away they are, but they're running. They're doing their best to get to you guys from around the castle like area.
Thank God, even ice constructs need to wade through snow.
As they are making their way to you, they're gonna be here by another turn or so. They're gonna get to you guys by another turn or so. As we're gonna go to its turn, it's going to be attacking who else? Shomaru with its no arms.
I'm gonna headbutt you.
So it's gonna go ahead and use. Oh God!
Use then headbutt.
The -1 to its AP really gives it some very not so great options. It can either use all 3 of its AP to regenerate an arm and not do anything else, or it can try to do a breath attack while grappled, which is not going to work. I'm gonna roll for its knowledge. We'll see what happens.
It casts self-destruct.
14 minus 2.
Cast accept death.
Minus 2, no, it's minus 3. No, it's it's gonna try to use a breath attack on you, Shomaru, as it opens its mouth to try to let ice rain down onto you. You rush into it right as it does that because it's grappled. It can't use this attack while it's grappled. As you push into it, it raises its head up, letting this plume of ice go like above it, and that was its attack.
He did it.
It's like, did I do it? Are they all dead?
I can't see them anymore. I see the sky.
As this ice does rain down, you guys do kind of feel it get extremely cold for a couple of seconds. But you felt like if that would have hit you, yeah, it probably would have done a lot of damage. But it didn't, so it's fine. So, Shomaru, it had nothing else. At the end of its turn, it regenerates one of its limbs.
Alright, time to switch limbs to the regenerated one.
You let go of the first one.
Put the one over here, using 2.
Oh my god.
Can we sell
What's
these?
the athletic? You hit. You chomp down onto it, Shomaru. Roll me damage.
2 plus 9, 11.
More
And then I'm gonna bap it.
Yep, go ahead and bap it.
19.
19, okay.
Bap. Another 4, 13 damage.
And it's dead.
Hey.
As you grab onto its other limb, you bite into the newly formed limb. It's so brittle in your teeth, you just snap right through it. As you look at it, limbless, it like looks back down to you. It lets out another roar. You just bring up your claw. You swipe down its front, the area that Wilhelm had burnt through, and you see all the shatter marks from where both Landon and Maki and everybody had done stuff too. Even some crowbar marks. And as you do, you swipe down with your paw. You shatter it in 2. As its head falls off, its torso goes off to the side, and its 2 legs just seem to stand for a moment and then fall. Both Maki and Rex having to get out of the way as the leg falls between them. Ah! It is gone. As it
Right,
lays
so-
there, Rex, give me a instinct.
Instinct touche. But motherfucker, that was, damn it. Don't worry.
Hmm?
I got a 6 altogether.
Got a 6? All right. You look at this creature, Rex. As you do, again, you kind of get that sense of a curse going around it. You make your way over toward it. As you look at its head, you notice that its head seems to have a slightly different tinge of color in it. You put your arm into its hollow eye socket as you pull out some kind of this small demonic-looking bead.
I
The
got
hell
a
is-
bead?
Seems to be the
The hell
small
is that?
demonic bead.
Huh.
Definitely not made of metal. Just letting that be known.
So don't eat it.
Feed it to me.
That's an option.
That is definitely
He
an
just
option.
pulls it out.
You pull out this small demonic bead. It seems to give some sort of a twinge to you as you pick it up. Because you didn't get a good instinct, we'll have to see what it does. Roll me for your survival.
Yeah.
Do a thing.
I'm not getting really good rolls this game.
Just roll anyway.
18.
All right.
See, eat shit though.
Plus survival, which is 422.
It was only going to affect you slightly compared to the others anyway, since you're a Devil Slayer. But as you pick this thing up, you kind of get a very slight headache for a second. But as soon as you feel that, you grip down onto the bead like, no, bad bead.
Calm down.
At which point, the bead's energy seems to be sealed away by your residual Devil Slayer magics. as you feel that it has some ability to kind of either rattle or affect the mind in some way.
This is potential. This is potential to put in a fucking weapon in future.
This
Or
is true.
Feed it to me.
I'm not gonna feed you something that's gonna cause you going like a concussion puppy.
It's demon power. I eat demon.
Nightshade also ate trees and he almost fucking got sick.
Yeah, but that was other magic in the tree.
Listen,
If
we'll
it's
deal
demon
with it later.
power, I eat demon power.
That is
It doesn't
entirely
matter what
true. You
kind
do
of
know that
demon power.
Shomaru eats demon power.
That's true.
Either way,
Don't
though,
worry about it.
this creature in front of you,
Later
as soon as you take the bead out of it, it seems to start just cracking, and everything about it just seems to melt away and be destroyed. Whatever that bead was, it was definitely doing something to it, and has been doing something to it for quite a long time. As soon as that bead gets out of the way, and as soon as you guys notice, looking back, these creatures making their way towards you,
Oh, I knew it.
all of them seem to stop.
What?
Looks at bead. Looks
All
at
of them seem to just stop.
Huh.
Did we kill their king?
They look around, and they begin lumbering off in opposite directions,
Maybe this bead is cloaking us.
seemingly
As in-
seemingly surrounding this large area again, this large castle-like tower.
Huh.
Whatever. Cool. Awesome. Great. We don't have to fight a horde of them. Whew.
Oh.
I was worried there.
Felicity!
So,
I'm out of magic.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, whatever. I forgot. She was like
What?
dying. Never
We got-
mind. I didn't say that.
Okay.
You guys
Yeah, let's
look
go
over.
to-
You notice that Felicity's large wound does no longer have any more ice on it. There was a large buildup, at least until you kind of squeezed that bead, but everything seemed to have melted away from her now. As she's
She's
just kind of
bleeding,
lays there, her eyes open, very dead, her mouth slightly ajar as well. Let kind of steps back. Nothing more I can do unless you want me to cremate it.
Well, rushes over. I pulled myself too far ahead. I was gonna grab Maki too. Come here, Maki. You alright? Okay.
I'm good.
You did very well. But now we have a new problem to deal with.
Jet's kind of
Have you
just
tried
like
put-
Jet's kind of just like putting his hands like on the wound, trying to see what's going on with it. And there is no blood from this wound, by the way.
Well, she's a vampire. I assume that she doesn't bleed.
Madam's just kind of petting her head.
Let's.
Is there any knowledge of vampires in this world? Because I have
I
an
mean-
idea.
There are knowledge
I
of
can check.
vampires in this world. You're still not sure if she is one, but there are knowledge on vampires.
I'm like,
Well, you-
will
let-
blood help her heal?
Allow me to investigate my bardic knowledge.
You know what? Actually, we'll have
Here,
go ahead.
I'm
Roll me knowledge,
That's-
Romru.
And you
That's
know
a
what?
bad idea.
because you might
It's-
actually know something about not what she
Right,
actually is, but potentially just like something about the variation thereof.
I'm throwing an extra roll on that. That's 12.
I was almost
Let's
at
try
20.
that again. I know, right?
15.
That's 19.
19. Looking at her, noticing that she does not appear to be bleeding at all. Noticing again the hunger from before. Noticing just how much she seemed to lose control in that hallway. You're thinking back, and she doesn't appear to be a full vampire. At most, you would think that she is some sort of a thrall, meaning that she has been turned into this by something. Which would explain why Rex would feel some sort of a demonic curse among.
All right. So is that all the knowledge I gained from this?
That's all the knowledge you gain so far. As for her being a thrall, she does drink blood. She does sustain herself on that. She can sustain herself on other things, but whatever. But
Hmm.
Wait a second.
Maybe blood might be able to help her.
Well, thralls love to. Well, thralls do drink blood, just like the other kind that turn them. So maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, she's not a vampire. She's a thrall. By the way,
No.
considering. So something turned her into that, and that's probably a problem for everyone. But we'll deal with that when we're out of the snow zone.
At that
If
point,
you were if you were a vampire, your demon sense would probably been going off the chart.
it was kind of going off the chart a little bit, but
She's a
Oh,
thrall.
I'm sure Shomaru would have gone even farther off the chart.
Let kind of
I
speaks up.
mean,
If she's a thrall, then she should be fine. Harder to kill than you would think.
And she's unconscious, then you think?
I'd say so.
hmm.
Since me and Lodolite are completely kind of useless here, except to heal you guys, I can potentially watch over.
Hmm.
That's very
Oh.
kind of you.
Lodolite can still do something, but if you want her to fight any of those things again, I'm guessing she can help.
Let's avoid that. That thing we just got rid of has been beaten to hell. I don't want to see a fresh one. You know what I mean? I think we should get back into that shelter over there at least. Who knows what that marble could do?
Maybe
the
after a
ice
little
giants
bit,
go
she'll
away.
wake up as well. I've got her. Jet goes to pick her up. Madam kind of
Go
like
ahead.
steps back.
So was that fire?
What?
He just turns to Rex. So was that firewood at?
Points at the edge of the forest.
Man, someone should go get that. I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna take Maki and walk towards the building.
Shomaru, do you want to still be a big dog?
just in case something unexpected and horrible happens.
All right.
I'm going to expect that
Kind of
at some point you guys gather the firewood that you guys had dropped. You guys make your way back over to the small amount of shelter that is here, and you sit in front of the opening to this large temple. Again, these creatures don't seem to try to do anything to you guys. It appears that each of them have their own like little station that they're in outside of this place. And as you look forward toward the area the other one had came out from, as you guys had kind of like, you know, like moved some powder, some snow off the way and stuff like that, you notice that there is a large metal like platform where that thing had came up from. Potentially meaning that was where it was stationed.
Interesting. Oh,
Which could explain why it attacked you.
It was a guardian?
Maybe.
What the hell?
Since we're
built it?
safe, Priscilla's nearby too, right?
Mm-hmm. Priscilla is, at this point, Landon, Priscilla, you guys can come off of Shomaru if you want.
Is Shomaru still bleeding and have a boo-boo?
Shomaru does in fact have a boo-boo.
Oh no.
Lodolite can take care of that though if you ask her. You do know that she can heal.
Miss Loda?
Can she heal me? I thought I didn't like it when I saw her healing.
Oh, you did not like it.
That doesn't mean it will kill you, though. It seems.
You did not like it at all. I'm just saying she knows that she can heal.
Miss Loda!
Hmm?
Miss Loda, Shomaru got hurt really bad on his side, and he's bleeding. How much is he bleeding?
He's from the stab wound that happened. He doesn't seem to be bleeding a ton. Potentially again because this thing was ice and it kind of froze whatever it struck. But he does seem to be leaking demonic blood.
And he's bleeding, and it can get infected if out open. And can you heal him, please?
I could try.
It's,
As she steps over
It's
towards you,
fine.
Shomaru, you do remember that you were kind of off-put by the heal.
it's fine. I'm fine. I don't need the healing. I'm fine.
You're big pupper.
Landon, are you getting down?
Come on, Shomaru, you have to get your wound treated, or it's gonna get infected.
Landon, are you getting down?
Yeah.
I didn't like it last time.
You'll be fine. It's okay. It's gonna feel funny. It's kind of like when you get.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean like the river. I think.
What
you compared
river?
it to that. The holy river.
It didn't feel that bad, but yes, it did kind of feel like that holy
Don't
lake
want
that
it.
was outside of Sabretooth he's talking about.
I don't want it. Doggo.
You don't
I'm gonna hold on to Shomaru's big old doggo head.
Well, if you
And
don't want me
just
to,
don't think about
if you don't want me to heal you, then I could at least cover that up for you.
Okay.
Will you let me do that?
me.
Good puppies take their medicine.
Okay.
God.
Are you sure you don't want to let her heal you, Shomaru?
I don't know if it'll hurt me more or not.
She kind of jumps, and as soon as she jumps, she appears on the top of Shomaru as celestial spirits. As she does this, she brings her hand over toward where your thing is, Shomaru. And as soon as she begins to make it over toward her, again, you get that kind of weird feeling. You also hear a whisper inside of your head. I wouldn't if I were you.
Wait, I said no to healing. I said it was okay to cover it.
That's apparently what she's doing.
I trust.
Okay. As the whisper seems to have fallen on deaf pupper ears, she brings her hand down, and as she does, again, you feel very uneasy about it. But a shine of bright lights seem to come out from Lodolite. As these bright lights seem to circle through like different colors of the rainbow, it seems to make a very thin layer of ice completely cover the wound. You feel about it. It's like you're not sure you like it at all. Maybe you would have felt better as a small pupper with it, but then again, if you would have made yourself bigger after that, it probably would have made all kinds of problems. But as a big pupper, you get it. You feel it feels very strange, and it feels very just kind of limiting. You feel like you can't really move that side of yourself as well as you could before. There we go. Just keep it like that for a little bit so you don't bleed out.
Are you okay like that, Shomaru?
I don't like.
My foot is an ice cube.
Well, yeah, she froze that part, so it's gonna fall asleep.
It's already cold. Why was this a good idea?
You didn't want the heal, Shomaru.
I think
Now
it'll
you
hurt
know.
me.
Now you know that her band-aids are made of ice.
You hear inside of your ear, Shomaru. Next time, you'll be better off listening to me.
Maybe I should learn how to find ways to heal with my magic, and then you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Disgruntled giant dog sitting.
Is
Just
that
gonna lay
possible,
down
Miss?
here.
Lodolite gives
Is
you
that
a bit of pats on the top and then jumps down.
Is it possible to do that, Miss Loda?
What are you talking about?
With my kind of magic, is it possible to heal somebody?
Well, it may be possible. I don't know really about your magic at all, but most healing magics are outlawed by the council, including mine.
Why?
But I mean,
But
I'm a
why,
celestial
though?
spirit. What are they gonna do?
Doesn't healing help people?
It does, but usually you'd have to go somewhere special for that kind of thing. Over by some of the churches and the more religious sites. They have
Can we
they
hear
have a bit of a monopoly on healing magics.
Can we hear any of this?
Yeah, you guys are all kind of in a tight knit area.
Okay.
I don't understand. Why would they monopolize healing and helping people?
Because they're not really great people, Priscilla.
Does that
It
mean
makes-
I have?
Rex,
that
you
mean
know
I
that this
have
is
to-
something that's been there for quite a long time.
Oh yeah, I still think it's bullshit.
What are you saying, Priscilla?
But what if I wanted to help people who are sick and I wanted to heal?
No, you
Would
better
that
get
get-
that.
Why would that get me arrested?
Because the people in charge of that kind of thing decided it is.
Because
It's
they don't make
stupid.
money off of you doing it, Priscilla, and it is stupid. They're
Oh.
very selfish.
At least I don't have to worry about any
Let's
kind of weird.
burn the
healing
church!
Let kind of just sighs and walks over to the side and sits down.
magic. Anarchy.
Revolution!
Well, I wouldn't know anything about healing magic anyway.
Ah.
Not exactly my forte.
Oh,
Hmm.
Priscilla, Do you think I could have my crowbar back? I actually kind of remembered something.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Thank you. And he'll hand her the knife that he brought from the kitchen.
There you go.
I completely
yay.
forgot about this.
Oh yay, another knife!
Takes it.
Another one.
Turns
I
out she's
had
like,
a knife before, and then I lost it, and now I have this knife again. It's like the third knife I've had on me.
Maybe we should get you a knife.
we should
Like
get
a
you a
good knife.
we should get you a bandolier for your knives.
Actually, hold on, Priscilla. Give that back for a moment.
Oh,
Why?
okay.
Can I make it better?
Let me look stuff really quick.
Isn't that in
Huh?
If she can't identify enchanted items.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I have that one knife that was under my skirt the whole time?
Son of a bitch.
Deco, don't I still have that knife that was under my skirt from my prologue?
Pretty sure you would have taken it out of your skirt by now.
But would I have gotten rid of that knife at some point?
It's probably back in your room if you say you still have it.
Okay, because I don't think I ever got rid of that.
Yeah,
If
it's
that
like-
case, I have another knife at home.
Learn to dual wield knives.
You can make it unbreakable for a short amount of time, but that's not really anything else.
Oh, okay, never mind.
If you tried to do anything else, like your secret arms need something that's actually magical first, and your blueprint needs to be something you're familiar with. So
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, now that I'm a part of a guild, I can carry a knife around without anybody wondering why it's under my...
That's true. You could do that before joining a guild, but you are correct.
Another knife!
Good for you, Priscilla.
Yeah.
How's Jet doing?
Jet's kind of just sitting there by where the fire is, holding Felicity near it, and just kind of like looking at everybody. Madam seems to just be kind of like off to the side, watching him while that's going on.
I feel really bad for wanting to bring it up to, bring him up. I got it. He'll look over at Jet and be like, "How are you feeling, Jet?"
How's it look like I'm feeling?
No. That's why I asked you. You usually look like you're always angry, so I can't tell.
Don't worry about me. Think of anything to fix her yet?
Oh, is he referring to Felicity? Well, I had a thought. Since she is what she is, perhaps, blood could help her, get better faster.
Fine then. As he brings like a hand up to like where his his neck is, Madam rushes forward and grabs his hand.
Not with your life. Oh, jeez, I had to fucking come over too. I was comfortable at the fire, you stupid little fucking kid.
Your magic, it's strange. Remember? Don't even know what that whole thing with the ice is. You don't know what'll happen if you try to... Are you stopping me? I'm worried too.
She has a point, actually.
We don't know what'll happen with your absorption magic. We can't... It's a part of you, Jet. So is this other thing.
Your blood might not help. How
I'm
much
the only
blood can I give?
I'm the only non-mage here. Can't really do a bunch of things, but I can help her. You trust me, Jet? Why should I trust you?
Because she's your literal only option.
There's no reason not to trust her now. She's willing to give her blood to help you. That's not some sort of dedication. I don't know what is.
Saw what happened back there, Jet. And I mean, have to not hate me. Kind of like looks at her, and she kind of takes a step back. I mean, if you really thought that I was doing this, you wouldn't have saved me, right? Weakness. Just weakness.
Okay.
What's a weakness? Trying to protect somebody?
Having an attachment to somebody who's ruined me.
How has she ruined you, Jet? Clearly, she was attacked by the thing you thought she caused.
Right after we said that she was the one that wasn't attacked.
Are you being this ignorant right now? Are you being this childish? You may look like an adult, but you're acting like a 10-year-old. Sometimes you don't need to point fingers at someone who's nearby. Sometimes the fault is at someone you don't know. Priscilla, stop falling down.
I have an idea! I'm gonna stick a finger in her mouth.
What?
Bite me!
He's unconscious.
Damn it! Okay.
Holy fuck.
He tries her hardest.
She literally just does that. She just walks up to her, sticks her finger in her mouth.
Bite me. Damn it.
Look, just let me
Right
do
now.
this. He's my friend too, Jet. Even if I don't like what's going on between you two, I found her like that too. And I like spending time with her, so just back off. I'm gonna go over to her. Look over at Priscilla, kind of like look at the
You want my knife?
look at the again, especially look at the knife that Rex just gave you. You mind?
Here, I'll stab you with it.
No,
Okay.
Priscilla.
You seem
In the
very eager.
finger.
You seem
In the finger.
you seem very eager.
Priscilla,
Jesus.
I don't know if that's safe.
We might need a
Priscilla.
little bit more than a finger. Just He puts out her palm.
Okay.
Oh
You
my
are very,
God.
very eager. Priscilla, go ahead.
I'm just gonna slide it across her palm gently.
Gently, huh?
Gently. I'm gonna emphasize gently.
So gentle, it falls in half.
Priscilla.
I'll be
No.
careful.
You
I can
put-
cut a loaf
Priscilla.
of bread. I can cut somebody's hand.
Priscilla.
Yes?
You put your hand along. You put the knife in her hand. As you do, Rex,
Yeah.
something fires up. Roll me for your instinct.
Fuck. This is the fucking
Jomaru,
thing
you
in
can
my
roll me
fucking-
instinct
Isn't
as
it
well.
a butter knife?
Jomaru, you can
Says
roll me.
watching.
Jomaru, you can roll me instinct as well.
Ah, God damn it. 12, I think. No, 11.
What'd you get, Shomer?
Rolled
Oh.
with instinct of 6, 10.
So yeah, highest is 11.
Something kind of
Really
flares up, and you're
nice.
not sure what it is. The both of you kind of feel something, and as soon as the knife slides across Madam's hand, you guys see Jet stand up very abruptly. As you see Felicity's head fall from wherever he was holding it down onto the ground, he seems to start rushing this way. Both of you roll me reaction. You're the only ones that gets to. Shomaru and Rex, please.
14 plus
15.
So I got a 16.
You got a 15 altogether, Jake?
No, yeah, 15 altogether. 11 plus 4.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm big.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah. 16, 18.
18. Shomaru, As you see this, you instantly just kind of like look at him, and in your head you're like, "Oh, that's weird." However, you hear, "Stop him!" from inside your ears. And you remember the last time you didn't listen to your ears.
I'm gonna listen to my ears.
You put out your paw and stop Jet from going forward. He seemed to have been going for Priscilla.
Well, we'll stand right up.
As he jumps upwards, Shomaru, you put your hand up and then you put your paw right down on top of him. As this happens, you kind of feel very strange, potentially because of his absorption, but it doesn't really affect you as much as it would anybody else, since, you know, curse energy. As you have him on the ground, he seems to struggle for a second and then just kind of lies still. Madam kind of winces and he just kind of like blinks. Shomaru, you also
Jet.
feel very cold along your paw.
What the hell was that?
Jed, what was that?
Lift up the paw, ready
Yeah.
to maul him if he tries anything.
Shomaru, you
I'm
lift
also
up your
close.
paw. The fur on the bottom, of, like near the bottom of your paw, seems to be frosted over.
Did we witness him trying? Did we catch him trying to rush Priscilla just now?
Yes, 100%.
Hold up. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over to Priscilla and Madam.
Madam is just kind of like looking over at him, like holding her hand. There's a bits of trickles of blood coming from it. She looks to Jet very confused, but then she's like, "Oh," and then she like kind of brings her hand over toward Felicity's mouth and starts like letting the blood kind of trickle down. Jeff,
Jed, why did you just try to attack Priscilla?
I didn't.
Yes, you did. We just saw you.
Did you black out?
No, I was there.
You're a guardian. Let me see that knife again, Priscilla. Madam, I need to see your other hand.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
How about
Can I grab like a handful of snow?
Definitely do that.
I'm gonna make a snowball and throw it at Madam.
It hits Madam. Nothing seems to happen.
I think it's only for lethal.
Like, ah!
item.
She goes, ah!
Grabs makes a bigger snowball, throws it at Madam.
Priscilla.
Ah. Priscilla,
Okay.
wait.
Stop, it makes him cold.
Like holds up paw. It's frosted over now.
Oh, neat.
here, put this in a
Snowball gives Wilhelm the knife.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Hold on. What do you mean by guardian?
I'm testing it, Madam. Can I see
How about
your
we
hand?
not test it and you explain it first, so we don't have to deal with Jed blacking
When
out?
the knife, the sharp death object, touched Madam, he sprang into at Priscilla.
I get
Was
that.
holding the knife. Maybe this curse isn't just being cold. Maybe he's supposed to be like a dog. No offense, Shomaru.
So what did you mean by guardian? Or did you
A
just
guard
say that?
dog. A
I
guard.
see.
When she's in danger of sharp objects, at least, he rushes to her
What?
and tries to stop whatever's doing the sharp object.
But what
Okay,
about
so
the cold though? Like,
I only know I'm piecing this together as quick as you are. Come on.
maybe it's punishment for when he chooses not to do his duty.
Or
There's
when
some
other
link
or
between
tries to
you
get,
two.
this just keeps getting he like taps the knife against his chin. This just keeps getting deeper and deeper.
There's blood on the fucking knife.
Ew. He wipes it off, but keeps and then he taps again. I wonder.
Madam looks down as you say like guard dog and guardian. That does bring up something.
What?
Is this withheld information, Madam? I
No,
thought we were
no,
past this.
it's nothing like that. I mean, I just remembered something from a couple of years back with my sister.
Go on.
Me and my sisters, we were going off to Crocus for a weekend with my sister's husband. And when we were there, we were going shopping, and well, someone came out from one of the alleyways and tried to attack my sister. But within a second, my sister's husband was on him, had him on the ground, his knife on his back. It was
Oh my.
scary.
My
A
God.
breakthrough.
Your
It's a
family.
Your family curses your potential husbands. Oh dear. What a
No,
predicament.
What are you
not
talking
potential
about?
husbands. It seems like her family might have some sort of link towards the ones they love.
Try that again. With making sense.
So you're saying that because of my feelings for death, that I am actually doing this?
Not potentially because of you, but potentially because of something your family has. Well, I don't know the full story or the
We don't
full
have enough
details of all this.
Your family is trying to force your one true love.
What a succinct observation. I think she's onto something there, though.
But the thing is, why is it affecting Jet so much more than your sister's husband?
Because he's resisting.
But that doesn't explain before.
Huh?
In the past. Jet, okay, let me rephrase. Madam, has Jet always resisted your advances in friendship or not? Especially when you're younger.
He kind of like looks away a bit. You do see a bit of kind of like something across her face as she's like, "Me and Jet have been before all of this. We were very
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 close.
close. Please, let's use plain language here. This is important.
He nods. Like I said
And
before when we were at your master, I've done much more than hugging.
And have they ended up frozen over too?
Kissing?
You're looking at her right there. Does she look frozen to you?
You don't want me to answer that.
Go ahead.
She might.
Just let it go.
Quizzical says
wait a
advanced
minute.
hugging.
So wait a minute. So you guys have done hugging and kissing, and that's okay. But then why did the people get frozen that got you in trouble?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now.
I don't know. I didn't do that.
No,
You know
I mean,
that.
No, you black out, and crazy shit might happen when you black out.
Madam
Maybe
wasn't
they were
even near me
attacking
when that
Madam.
happened.
Well, remember, whenever someone got close to him, he was still conscious of the cold around him.
And he just told
He
you
wasn't
right there that he was still there whenever he attacked Priscilla.
Yeah.
mm,
There's something much more here. Especially...
I did not freeze those people. There was nothing about me that did that. They would have let me go to them. I could have saved them.
We know what your magic is. You could have saved them. And it's not your fault. Whatever is going on, the answer is inside this building.
I was thinking something similar, but I also can't help but notice there's no doorknob.
Well, the Guardians have some sort of mechanism controlling them. I wonder if said mechanism opens the door.
Pulls out the bead. Maybe.
You go check out that platform it came from.
That's another really good observation.
Let's get to work. We're like on a roll here. Every little step matters, people. Come on.
Madam
no one
just
else
kind of like
excited
sits
about
there
this?
with her hand, and she kind of like winces a bit as she's like puts her hand against. I'll stay here while you guys check that place out. I want to make sure she's okay. Jet, can you look at it with them? Yeah.
Oh my god, he actually did it without. Oh my god. Progress.
He kind of sits
teeny
up from the position he was at where Shomaru like put his paw on him and just kind of like shakes himself off a bit and kind of walks past Felicity and off toward the little platform.
Investigative time.
Wilhelm, give the knife back to Priscilla.
All right.
Thank
Here
you.
you go. I'll hand it. I'll just hand it off.
I'm not giving up my one basic attack thing.
Who wants to
Alright.
go
Yeah.
and check out the
You're welcome.
platform?
Me.
Well, you have the
Move
marble.
your
of course
token over if you're
coming.
going, because I'm not just gonna. Because everybody said me at the same time.
No,
Ah, ah.
Looks
Hey
like
guys,
Rex.
I'm back over here.
Looks like Rex slipped and fell and broke his.
He slipped and
everything.
fell into
I-
Hosenka.
I went to the spa. Whoa.
you slipped, fell like through the snow, and you wake up in a
So
second.
just Wilhelm and
I
Rex.
wake up in a.
Hot springs.
What's this weird? What's
No
this
one else?
Narnia shit?
I'm gonna stay over here and be a good watchdog.
Good boy.
Also, half of me is frozen over. I want to stay where there is more shelter and not freeze to death as quickly.
I'm gonna stay with Shomaru.
He's got the bead, right?
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go with him.
Investigation commence.
The four of you make your way over. Let kind of comes over, but he's not like with you guys. He's off. He's off over here, being his Let self, being antisocial.
Oh, look how cool this
Leans up against a
mechanism
tree
is.
and just kind of like watches. As the four of you
Right, go
check
ahead.
this thing out, you guys begin to wipe off the snow and stuff from the top of it, trying to make sure you get a good look at it. You guys are resting quite a bit. So I would like each of you to get back at least. I would like each of you to get back 3 MP so far,
Hey.
since you guys are resting quite a bit doing all this.
I don't have him.
Well, you don't regain anything, so it's fine.
Well, I mean, you said during long rest I do.
Well,
so
it
I
isn't.
don't
This
know.
isn't very long, but we can do a long if you want to at the end of this.
No, I was just asking for clarification.
This is
Alright.
this is kind of in short rest territory. But with that being said, you guys kind of like check out this thing. You wipe off all of the snow from around it. You notice this is a rather large platform. It seems to have a split right down the middle. You guys aren't sure exactly what this is. It seems to be some kind of metal, some kind of mechanism. But again, just like the actual tower, it seems to be some sort of a magical metal. Looking at it, there wasn't any mound here whenever you guys came here, so it's not like the creature awoke from the snow and got up on you guys. It must have literally risen up from this somehow.
Maybe it opens up inward like a platform.
Maybe.
As the four of you are there, I would like you guys to, all of you, roll me for your instinct.
God, I hate instinct.
Time to act on pure
Actually,
instinct.
this would be awareness, my bad.
Time to act on awareness.
God, never mind. Go back to instinct.
That was that's 11. 11.
Come on, Rex, my boy. That's fine. 14. I could deal with that.
What'd you get, Landon?
I'm Landon. I got a nat 20.
He
Then they got 13.
doesn't sound like Landon at all.
Oh, no. He hasn't spoken.
Well, I was watching him.
14.
Rex.
14.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 14?
Oh, so
yeah.
we both got 14.
Rex and Landon. As you guys are watching Wilhelm and Jet kind of push off the snow from this place, trying to like get into this little crack in the area, you guys notice that there seems to be some sort of an indentation in this little this little thing on the ground off to the north of it. As you guys follow it kind of north, you guys look up and you notice a light, a somewhat teal like bluish light coming from the trees far off in the northern direction.
Okay.
As you guys see this kind of glow, you're starting to notice that it's probably very unnatural for this place. It seems to be away from this tower, though.
If we jump up and down on it.
But as far as
So
you
there's
guys know, there's some kind of indentation in this thing. You're not really sure what to do about that.
I could eat it.
You
This
can eat
isn't-
the nothing.
Well, I can't.
Oh, I thought you
don't know
meant
where-
Indentation meaning you can put something in it.
How big's the indentation?
Is it the size of a fucking little ball?
It seems to be the size of a rather large, like almost like the chest of a humanoid.
Never mind. That's not exactly.
It's a
what I
very
got.
large indentation.
Huh.
You guys find anything? I've given up on jumping.
Yeah. We found. Well, guess I'll point over for Wilhelm to be like, look at this.
Wilhelm, you saw the
That's-
indentation, but you guys saw the light.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's a blue light. You said it was blue, right?
Yep, like a teal like blue.
Like a teal like blue. Don't know what it was though.
huh. Well, it leads.
Seems a bit big for a small bead to go into.
Yeah.
Looks like that light might be connected to this.
All right, boys, cut me up. Put my torso in.
Oh my god.
It isn't
It looks
the
like-
shape of a human torso. It's about the size of that. I said
Oh, it's like
Squish me in.
the shape of it seems to be almost like a tooth or something. A
Eat
tooth
my
or a
teeth.
fang.
Huh.
Ew.
Shelmaru, give us a tooth.
I was Deco.
Give us your teeth.
Could Wilhelm use Earth to make a fang-like rock on his fist?
Oh, that's great. Let's see your molding stat. Do you have where's your molding card at? Your earth molding.
I don't get to
Where's
make
it
a
at?
fist yet.
Is it no, it's not stone fist.
You don't get to be creative, man.
No, you can't do that. It's something that you could do. I will say this. It's something you could do over time, but you also know that the metal here is magical, which probably means the thing that goes in it is magical as well.
I thought it would have been a manipulate roll instead of a card.
Like I said,
Huh.
it's something you could definitely do over the course of like a couple of hours. But
Okay.
again, you're not sure if it
Magic.
would work since the metal around it is magical. The thing that goes in it is probably also magical.
Yeah, I thought I could just try and cheat it.
You could definitely try if
Yeah.
you want to. I'm just gonna say there's a very low chance of it working.
Understandable. But the option's there, and that's what's important. I guess it's time to go investigate a shiny light in the deep, cold woods.
In the distance.
Well, I guess it's time to go.
Time to see what the fuck is over there.
I have enough mana.
As you guys begin to make your way back, Jet kind of puts his arm out to stop you three from going back.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is starting to look like she's not the one doing it.
Wow.
Yes.
Give it away.
Yes, you are correct.
But-
It's starting to look like she's not.
There's something you should know then.
Eyebrow raised. Yeah.
Eyebrows furrowed.
She won't listen to me every time I brought this up to her ever since I've known her. There is something up with her family. It's probably connected. But you guys should probably know.
He'll nod.
There's something up with her that's stopping her from noticing. You guys probably will notice it. This has anything to do with her family, her sisters, her mother, her father, their husbands, I don't know. But you'll find, if you ever see them, both of her sisters identical.
Triplets.
They're older by several
That's
years.
Oh.
concerning.
That's very interesting.
I don't think I've heard any stories about something like that.
What about
Every
their
time
mother?
I've tried bringing it up, she says, "Oh no, you're silly. That's not the case." I've accidentally talked to one of them thinking it was her. Strange. Hey, this
That's a good
entire anything's possible, right? But
Very. Magic is a wondrous thing.
there is something up with her family, and it doesn't have anything to do with her. I have a feeling I understand why she's always a.
What was Rex's question? I didn't hear it.
Oh, Rex just asked, what about their mother?
Looks different. He's always been nice. Me to the two that went with her daughters. But they all used to live together. That large manor with not that many servants, not that many people to clean up after them. They were always very nice, very well behaved. They didn't need anybody to watch over them, really. Family never had to do much of anything watched over them. I don't see them leaving her. I don't know where they would have gone. They would have moved to. Whenever I ask, they're like, she just says that they moved. They away. Wanted you guys to know without being near her. If she really doesn't know what's going on, then it'd all be related. Back.
That's
appreciated
concerning.
and appreciated.
Jed, I have a question. You said there weren't many other servants, right?
Usually me, my family, and a couple of others.
The others, they weren't related to the ones who married the sisters, were they?
Well, knew both of the others. Got with her sisters, yeah.
And
It wasn't
their
like their
parents.
families. They were dead.
What happened to their parents?
I don't know. I never really into it. Thought about it. Most of them there far longer than I've been there.
I have a sneaking suspicion they might have gone tumbling off a cliff.
Whenever I came to, even her father had already left. So I don't know a lot about her family. I've told you.
This is getting more and more mysterious and more disturbing.
Well, I don't know if do I have a notebook to write things? Yeah, I do. He's just kind of jotting notes down in his little songbook.
Only things that I've ever heard about her family from her of what things that she would never even acknowledge, like the fact that they looked identical. Only thing else I know about is that her father had a workshop in the basement. Not sure if you've noticed, but I would have never wanted to go here if that's the case. One more thing, though. They were always great, you know?
That's the worst part.
Her sisters, 3 of them were always never got on to me for anything I messed up. They always helped me out, and everything that's gone on weird with them in my life, I thought that sorry.
No, what you've given us is very helpful. I have a question, Cody. I just a random thought. But does anything similar to a homunculus actually exist in the fairy tale world?
I'd assume so.
I
have a question similar to that.
Because things are getting pretty fucky.
Unfortunately, again, this is gonna have to be a Wilhelm roll.
Goddamn.
Like, you and Landon both come from a point where you guys have a very normal kind of look on the world. Both of you came from being non-mages, really. Landon might have heard some things from from his friend, but I
So I can't roll for
I
that.
feel like Wilhelm would have to roll his knowledge here.
So, homunculus or maybe a weird human construct. Let's find out. Natural 20.
That is not something that you feel is not possible. In fact, you've heard several stories of man-made people before. Sometimes they take on the guise of just living mounds of flesh, like flesh golems. Sometimes they take on a more kind of humanoid look, like true clones or homunculi. Usually, they don't last very long, but that usually depends on the prowess of the creator.
And their father was quite an avid.
As things are considered, him saying that he has known her all of her life, and the fact that they have grown up together, kind of makes you think that it's probably not homunculus or something like that. Merely for the fact of the person would have had to have been a genius or extremely powerful to make a homunculus or a clone with that much staying potential.
You also have to keep in mind the past that the Guildmaster was able to bring up.
But
however, I will say that does not mean that it's not possible. Again, she could have completely been made by somebody and grew up the way she did, but there would have had to have been a ton of magic linked to her to keep her around that long. Or she would have had to have been made basically perfect.
How much do we know about their parentage again?
You know that the father was a well-known like curse magic researcher, who had a large like workshop, which you guys are potentially in with this whole like ice world you've gone into. And you know that the mother was a mage, but not a huge one, not a very great one. Her and her sisters have had lots of magic, but they have not had any sort of true knowledge on how to use it. The three of them have not been very high prowess as mages.
Yet they have a ton of magic in them.
Hey man, good genes.
I don't think so. I don't think so anymore. Well, Jets, given everything, there's a lot to mull over. So, how about you and Light, if he doesn't feel like tagging along, go back to the others and tell them that we'll be back as soon as possible. We are investigating a way to open the building. The three of us will go and find the teal light and see what we can get from there. If we're not back within like an hour or two, we're probably in danger or dead. So
an hour is a long time, to be fair.
Yeah, so you know,
I very much doubt that that's much problem's gonna happen.
True, but still, if you two would be so kind, if
So
Blood wants to not tag along,
you want
of course.
us to stay around Guardian's tower without the person who has hold on to that beat thing and hope for the best?
That's fair. I'll come with you then.
All right.
No, that's
He just kind of shrugs, like, all right. I mean, I'm not. He just doesn't want to stay by himself over there with just like the dog. He saw Landon fight. He's like, yeah, okay.
Well, whatever happens, the smaller the party, the more likely we won't be detected. You see, even with the marble.
God, this seems like a bad.
You two, trust me for a minute. I have a feeling about this.
You guys want to have Wilhelm and Rex make their way over toward that teal light?
If you guys think you'll be fine without me.
That's entirely up to Rex. He's the decider here.
Great. Wonderful.
Yay or nay, dude. That's about it.
I don't know.
Quick, make your telltale decision.
You could either go there with the two of you and maybe if he can agree to go on the suicide mission with you, or
maybe
you could go back and tell everyone that there is
That's a
some kind
good
of light
idea.
over there.
That's a good idea. How about
Oh,
we
but
just
I-
get everyone and we go over there? I don't see the point of going just the two of us.
I'm just impatient. This is such exciting ideas going through my head, and I want to see if they're true.
I agree. I just don't like dying.
Fair, but how often do you get to stumble upon the chance that there might be actual homunculi? Very exciting. But you made the decision. That's You'll start heading back to the tower.
Grim will remember this.
Good.
I will not give any context to my line on homunculi.
5 of you make your way back. At this point, you guys know that
Joker,
Shomaru
look,
is somewhat
we have
still
more
hurt, and that Felicity has not woken up yet. Do you guys want to try to rest here for a couple of hours? See if they can to see if they can recover it all.
I'm a rest on pupper.
I suppose.
Let's rest up, and we can catch people up. And do I start explaining possible theory crafting?
You could potentially explain that in front of the person who's, you're theorizing about.
I'll just say that there's a
Hey,
magical teal
you're
light.
not real.
You're not a
I-
real person.
I think you would call it a nobody.
Fake.
This has secretly all just been one massive Kingdom
You're
Hearts
just
twist.
a mass of flesh with memory put into it.
No, hold on. I'll just keep writing down, like
By the way,
scribbling down his notes.
BWT24 gave 500 bits, 1 AP, and inspiration to Wilhelm.
Aw.
All right.
You get a temp AP and you get a inspiration.
Wait, is that why there's another AP on the side of my desk?
Did you have an extra
I
AP this whole
think
time?
I did.
Ding dong.
Motherfucker. I could have hit. God damn it.
Thank you.
Hey,
This will probably be extremely valuable.
there you go. A weird color.
Hooray.
You can
It's
change it.
fine.
Oh, there's one over
I'm
here.
a
Just take
weird
this one back.
Yeah.
Put that one back.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you have
What
this.
would I
You have this. You have this extra AP right here,
Great. Well, I have it for next time now.
and you have, I think, 2 MP because there was one on your pizza. So don't put it on your pizza.
Oh. You had extra magic too.
I did not.
But
Oh.
with that being said, if you guys are going to rest, you can say whatever you guys want to say. We'll decide what happens based on what you guys say is going to talk about. However, everybody gain back all your magic, and Shomaru gain back your 1 CP,
Raise 2.
or get back your 2nd CP then.
You actually use 7 CP.
Upon getting back those CP, Shomaru, your pupper form, your large pupper form, does not heal the wounds that was done to it. However, the ice eventually falls off, and you're no longer bleeding.
Hooray.
Because your health is tied to your smaller pupper.
Yay. Tiny dog. So,
As you guys spend a little bit of time resting, do you want to say anything of your thoughts, Wilhelm, or do you want to save that until after you see the light? Because again, knowing some of the things you're
we
wanting
know
to
what
talk
this
about
light-
in front of certain people.
yeah. I'm saving that. I'm putting that on the back burner. Well, we know that this weird light might be connected to opening the door, so that's our next destination. But beyond that, we didn't find much else.
Over the course
At
of a
least something
couple of
too
hours, near the very end of this rest, you hear a sharp surprised noise coming from Madam as she goes, "Ah!" You guys look over as Felicity, her arms have moved up, and she seems to have grabbed onto Madam's hand. And again, Madam has not constantly been giving her blood or anything, but after the first half hour of just letting little bits trickle down, she stopped, and she just now came back for another kind of hey, maybe she'll like it now. And as she got over her and kind of cut her hand a bit, also noting when she cut her own hand, Jet did not act up. But when she cut her hand to try to give Felicity a little bit more, Felicity's arms kind of jerked up, and her mouth is now over top of Madam's hand.
She's gonna suck her dry.
As you guys see, Felicity's eyes have sprung to life, and her eyes are giving off that like very, very like brightish red glow.
I'm gonna try and like help get her off. Like, Felicity.
Madam's just kind of watching, like, oh god.
I'm gonna try and remove mouth from hand.
All right,
Jet,
roll me for your athletics, my dude. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this right now. It better be high. It better be real high.
Come on, don't fuck it up now.
You Wilhelm high.
It's not real high. It's like,
That's a
16, but
You try. As you're trying to pull the hands apart from her, it's almost like a vice. You don't make any leeway in pulling a hand apart from her arm.
holy shit.
use the crowbar.
Felicity seems to have extremely high strength.
Jet, a little help.
As Jet he's trying, man. The two of you are like grabbing onto her hand, trying to wrench them apart. It's just not working. As he's trying to do this, he's like, "You're supposed to be helping us here," he calls out to the others.
All right, Wilhelm.
Pupper mode activate. Pupper lift.
Pupper lift? Where are you pupper lifting?
Gonna be careful not to bite her to death, but use my mouth to try and yank her off. She has clothes I can pull.
You try to pull with clothes. Roll me for athletics, my dude.
Oh no.
Do the thing.
Don't go naked.
Who cares? She can't feel anything.
13 plus 9, 22.
22. That's really good. I'm actually gonna have a roll against that, because that actually could definitely happen.
If I fail, I just literally lift her up. Still attached.
You do it. She rolled really low. I will say though, even rolling that low in the state she's in, because this is one of her abilities. In the state she's in, that's still something that would have beat your roll. Still something that would have beat your roll, Rex.
It would have beat a 16. Holy shit.
It would have definitely beat it. In the state that she is in currently, yes. As you lift her up, as you're doing so, you lift her up. She retains that vice on her. As you lift, Madam kind of gives off a bit of like that. The two of you grab the bottom of Madam, and as you do, Felicity's grip seems to let go as the three of you collapse downward, and Felicity is being held up by Good Dog.
Very good job, Shomaru.
As you do this, Shomaru, you're holding on to her. She's looking down. Her eyes are just kind of like wide, and like there's like this backlit redness. She blinks and she goes, huh?
Madam,
She licks her lips.
are you okay, madam?
She kind of licks her lips. I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Madam kind of like looks at her hand. You notice from looking at her hand, her entire hand is pale.
Lord of Light, could you come over here, please?
Yeah, coming.
Adam's feeling she never felt before. Blood loss.
Man, those thralls really know how to bite, don't they?
As Lodolite puts her hands over top of Madam, she seems to begin to heal. As Felicity's looking down, like, she puts her hand down to like where the wound was. You guys notice in front of you, looking at her, since she has become conscious, her wound, the big gaping hole in her, has closed.
Creepy. I like it. How do I learn to do it?
All you guys see is just midriff.
Nice.
Undead regeneration.
As she seems to touch the very smooth midriff that she has, not showing any type of showing of a scar or anything. She looks toward Madam as she's getting healed. Oh my, was that me? I'm so sorry.
You could get you like a blood bag we can strap to you or something. I think
She looks up as you're the one holding onto her shoulder. She seems like, you're big. good dog. She like puts her hand out and taps you on the top of the head. You drop her. As you drop her, her form almost seems to fix itself in midair as she drops, kind of like almost a cat, as she is sideways and then she is just straight up, and she lands on her feet.
Jesus Christ.
So,
How do we
Felicity.
enlist?
Huh?
So Felicity, how long have you been a vampire's thrall? I don't
Oh,
really think we've ever got on that.
Oh, you've figured that out, have you? I guess it would
I've
only
been a-
make sense since I'm not allowed to die.
That's sad. I'm sorry
little
for
bit.
that. If you were a vampire, these two would probably be going completely insane, as I point to Rex and Shomaru.
But yeah.
Well, I said she smelled like a demon.
Same.
Yes, that's why she's not a vampire. She's just a thrall.
Well,
So,
that will unfortunately eventually not be the case. If I am to keep this curse on me, then eventually I may end up being just like the one who done this to me.
scary.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
I'm guessing the one that did this to you ain't exactly the nicest person.
Oh, she was very nice at the time.
Before
At the time?
before or after the whole thing.
A little bit after. Well, it started dawning on me exactly what had happened to me at and well, I didn't know whether or not I was traveling with her because I truly valued her accompaniment, or if, well, this feeling inside of me was artificially made, so I left. She never seemed to stop me, but she told me that I would eventually find my way back to her.
That's unfortunate. If you were to kill the vampire, would you die?
I don't know. You would
Let's
probably know.
not try that.
It's a conundrum within a mystery.
I've been trying to find a way to
In a box.
end this curse on myself, but every time I find any sort of, well, information on it, seems as if this curse is actually what is keeping me in the realm of the living, so getting rid of it seems disadvantageous, to say the least.
I have a question.
I would rather
for
not
you.
die. He looks over to Rex. Yes.
No one wants.
How old are you?
Well, last I checked, been around 23. But that was a couple of years ago, so maybe 25, 26, 100. I'm kidding.
It's like
She goes like 25.
26,
She's like
100.
25, 26, 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, matters are sad.
So, there's a vampire on the loose. We'll have to deal with that at some point.
Well, I
How
mean,
much
I
that
mean-
thing?
it seems as if there's tons of them out there on some level.
Ooh.
Not sure really if there's any reason to deal with her. I guess on some level I still do enjoy her company. I would hate to see her die. But again, if having her saves me from this, maybe it's a... I honestly do not know what I
We'll
want
worry
to do.
about it later. What's important is we have it out in the open now. Because
She's
right
trapped
now,
in the middle of a frozen wasteland.
exactly, and Jet's still all this. He just motions Jet.
What's that supposed to
So-
mean?
You know, completely frozen. The aura. The whole reason we're here. That's why I made a circle motion, because your aura, your radius.
I better all be in canon.
Yeah, that's.
There was nothing I didn't just say that isn't in character.
Good.
Well, that's one way to put it. Yes, he's still cursed.
And
Well,
is
not
everyone
cursed,
okay?
but-
The last I knew, there was that giant monster, and then everything went black after a moment. I remember jumping in front of
Yeah.
Jet and Madam, and then nothing.
Unfortunately, we all died.
I find that hard
This
to
is actually
believe,
purgatory.
though. In this place, that could very well be the case, I guess.
No, we
I don't-
defeated it fairly quickly. Without much injury, thanks to Shomaru.
He's such a good punching bag and dog.
From then,
But I value him more as a dog.
from then we went to look around at the platform it was stationed on before. Saw some light and force. Rested a little. Gave you some blood. And here we are.
Well, I'm very thankful for the blood. I do enjoy it. Though I believe if you would have just given me time, I would have probably regenerated on my own. It's very dangerous to try to tempt me with that, you know.
Good to know. But we don't have all the time in the world, sadly.
When you have a lack of information on curses, or would you call this a curse? I guess you'd call this a curse. When you have a lack of information on curses like this, kind of do what you think is natural.
I understand.
Mhm.
I would hate to have known that I come back to life only to know that I've seriously injured one of you.
It's okay. If you really did anything too crazy, I would have stopped you.
Hmm.
And for that matter, it wasn't even me that did it this time.
She looks up to Shomaru. Good dog.
Well, at the very least, all of us are on our feet again.
Ooh, I'm ready to go back in the frozen waste. A little bit.
I
anyway.
believe I'm ready as well, says Madam as she stands up, a little kind of like letting her go. You guys notice that the color in her hand has somewhat come back, and there's no longer a.
You sure
It
you're
is
okay?
time to go.
We can't sit here too much longer. I would hate for one of those things after us.
I don't know if that'll happen, but you're right.
Those things seem to come out from those whatever on the ground, and I'd hate to see something else come up from that.
True.
You think underneath us is a massive construct factory?
He looks back toward the tower. If I were to say anything, I'd say that this is his workshop of some sort.
I'd agree.
Madam, your father knew what, at least understood what opulence meant.
Think that this
Yeesh.
was my father's workshop?
Probably.
There's nothing else
Considering
around
there's a-
for miles other than that other light we saw.
So yes.
She starts kind of like putting her hand up to her chin.
Did she ever explain?
Huh?
I was gonna say, did she ever explain how her father died?
Not.
Madam, how did your father pass away?
Looks over. I believe it was old age.
How old was he?
He was a lot older than my mother. I would well into his 200s.
Excuse me?
Jet, even Jet, like his eyes open, like what?
Did you just say 200s?
Yes. What? That.
Why do you act like that's normal?
How old is Madam? 180?
Madam,
How old are you?
Yes. How old are you?
I'm around 21.
Why do you think most people die around 60 to 70? 90% of people live that long.
If they're really lucky, they live to be at least 95.
No, that can't be right, because my father is 230 when it.
You understand you live in a very isolated area of the world, yes?
It's just how she gets when you bring up anything like that. Jet seems to be gritting his teeth whenever she's talking. Sorry.
Hold on, Jet. There's no need to get angry. Yet. Shomaru, what was your question?
What was your dad?
A mage. He was a practitioner of curse magic.
And he was over 200.
How old is your mother? He looks back. Around 200.
Why did we not ask that? Well,
And
because I understand why.
And your
'cause you're not-
sisters.
Sister. He like puts her hand on her chin. I believe one is 40 and the 60.
Jet,
60?
I have a question. What you said the last time you saw them, same thing?
What?
Did they look like they were 60 and 40 respectively?
Oh.
How old did they look?
He motions to her.
Oh, okay, so it's perfectly that. My theory is holding more weight.
And I have another
Again,
question,
though,
Jed.
Wilhelm, 60 years, even 20 years is pushing it for a
This
homunculus.
man was 200.
For a homunculus, I'm saying even 20 is pushing it for that kind of
Yeah,
of thing.
but 200 years is a long time to figure something out. It's still possible. It's not more possible as before, but something is happening here.
Remind me again. What age did you two meet?
I think I was around 7. He nods. I was about 6 years old.
Grew up. Yeah, no.
I have a then, Jed.
potential, but no
How
matter.
much has Madam changed in that time?
Grown up. But say she's like this since before I left.
And how long ago was that again? I
5
forget.
years.
Like I honestly
5 years.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Basically
So
saying she
perhaps-
hasn't really aged since she was 6.
Some people get like that, and then age hits them like a truck.
And then age doesn't hit them like a truck for another 60 years.
So, curse making.
That's
Did your father have any? Did anyone in your family ever meddle with constructs
I
of
don't
any
know.
variety? Interesting.
What's wrong?
Maybe my theory.
your family has something very peculiar to them.
Well, I'm
As
just
more
like,
than we thought.
Like what?
well, I'm just furiously going through his notebook. Like, did I miss something? Maybe bring a
Jed,
story,
they look-
song.
They look like very similar to her, correct?
He motions to her like.
How young did your father look at his age, and your mother? Actually, Jed, how young did her mother look?
I wouldn't have thought 200, but looked just like any other mom, like around 40,
Around mom years old.
around I don't know, something like that. Ever since I've known her, she's been around like I don't know, mom years old.
Haha.
And another question. This might sound odd to ask and maybe insensitive. Your father's body, did you ever see it?
My father died whenever I was really, really young. I
Was
was
there
around 4 or 5 whenever.
So you have no memory of him.
Not really. Remember, like starts like thinking hard. Would always read to me out of a book.
what book?
The Alright Calcos.
Do you remember what book?
The Necronomicon.
I don't know. Remember symbols.
Symbols. What kind of symbols? Can you draw them?
Probably. Hold on. She walks over to a nearby snowbank. As she does, she seems to kind of like put her finger into the snow around the area you guys had not pushed it away from. As she does, she draws out a number of symbols. I believe it is around 7. As she draws out these 7 symbols, she has them all like kind of lined up. The very first symbol looks like a tooth.
Oh my
Wilhelm
god.
immediately just copies them all down in his little book.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So,
In fact, why don't you just have her write it in the book?
because she already wrote them in the snow.
Fair enough.
I was gonna go, wait, that symbol, the first one, that's the thing we saw on the platform.
And you said you remember him reading symbols?
Well, I remember the symbols themselves, but I remember what the book had said.
Go on.
He who reads this book won't get more immortality.
How to become a lich? Step 1.
Sacrifice the youth of your child husband.
Smash Bros. Ultimate doesn't have Shadow as a playable character.
Damn it!
Of course.
That is
knew that.
truly a dark book.
I remember the book being titled The Dark Fruit.
I would like to roll knowledge to hear if I've ever heard of that.
Have any of us ever heard of that
Nope.
fucking...
No?
Huh?
Just flat no?
Priscilla!
Oh, Jesus
Roll me
Christ.
a
It's
roll me a knowledge real quick.
Of
Dark
course,
Lord
the
Voldemort.
sacrifice might have heard of that.
They were trying to sacrifice
Cult
her.
buddies.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna put my last 3 inspiration. 'Cause I really want her to have known what this book is.
Listen, you
What
guys
am I
are gonna
what am I rolling again?
Knowledge.
are gonna call the cult
Knowledge?
survivor support group.
You have 3 knowledge.
17.
Oh.
Plus
Keep
my knowledge
going.
is an unnat 20.
Keep going. You have 3 more
Hold on,
rolls.
hold on. I gotta throw it. Okay, so
What is it
7.
with isolated families and cults?
17,
What is this
20.
weird hillbilly shit?
A
That's a
19.
22. Keep going. If you can nat it. See
18.
if you can nat it.
Fucking
Nat 20. Nat 20.
7. No.
That's almost 20.
so 20.
19.
I've had 3 unnatural 20s though.
All right.
Holy shit,
Priscilla.
Priscilla.
She mentions a book called The Dark Fruit of Eden. As she,
Lord Voldemort.
Oh, I love that book.
as she mentions this
What?
book, you remember something titled The Dark Fruit of Eden. Whenever from your early childhood, it was the first place you ever heard the story of the hero Shomaru.
I love that book.
However,
That's
you
really-
eventually got your own version of it, which was a lot smaller of a book.
I used to love that book a lot. That's where I first heard about the hero Shomaru and the Princess Amai Hoshihime.
What the
What?
hell are you talking about?
Priscilla, you've heard of this book.
Uh-huh. I used to get read it a lot when I was little, and then once I learned how to read, I read it a lot too, until I got my own storybook, which was just about Shomaru.
Okay, I have a question for Anna, real quick.
What?
Did you ever describe that you were like, I was a sacrifice?
She might have mentioned it to me. I
when
can't
she
remember.
when she mentioned it to Landon when that one time that
Probably mentioned to
Rex
Quince
was
too,
eating
right?
a bench and Quince was eating trees, she was like, maybe they wanted me to be a god slayer by taking in a god.
So yeah, Quince and Landon would know. Quince has like a look about him. Landon, do you want to bring anything up?
Well, that's kind of peculiar. What did the book entail, first of all? You mentioned there was a hero.
Uh-huh. There was a hero whose name was Shomaru, and, he was the protector of this princess called Amai Hoshihime, but one day she was kidnapped by an evil demon warlord, and in order to save her, he had to collect the 7 pieces of heaven that were the 7 pieces of a god that was broken apart. And every piece, in order to get them, he had to face a trial of virtue. And he proved every single virtue and got every piece, every sacred treasure from God. And then he remade God. And then God beat the great warlord. And then he saved Amai Hoshihime. And then they lived happily ever after.
I have a real
Jesus
question
Christ.
right now.
Hey,
Wilhelm
remember
writes all
those
this
7
down.
symbols that was wrote down?
I have a question.
Oh my goodness!
Are there 7
Shomaru
7
tilts his
frozen
head. Was he
fucks?
a dog?
No, Wilhelm's
No, he
freaking
wasn't a
out.
dog.
Aw.
Wilhelm's freaking out. Hold up, I gotta write this down. How do you spell Mahoshihime?
I can spell it in our little chat. It's
no,
Amai.
it's a joke.
Okay.
But,
So
okay,
first of all,
there's so much information. Hold on.
are there
Ooh.
7 of those ice
Yes.
beasts, by the way?
There were more than 7.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
There are 7 left.
Ooh. Ah, there were 8. But no. Okay. So, how do you know this story? Because I don't think I've ever heard of it, and I've been almost all across Earthland.
My mommy and daddy read it to me once, and then I got a book, and then I bought another book because I left my old book at home when I escaped from my family.
What? Wait.
Why'd you escape you from your family?
Because Mr. Curator from the Fairy Tale Guild said they were going to sacrifice me.
Excuse me? He turns his head.
Excuse me.
Go on.
I was kind of surprised when she mentioned it to me myself.
You knew this! Why? Why did you not mention? Whatever.
It wasn't
it's
my
fine.
place to mention it. Everybody's got their own shortcomings.
They
I
tried to
understand.
sacrifice
You know what? You're
you?
right. So sacrifice.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second.
So Amahoshi was protected by Shomaru, her
Uh-huh.
guardian.
Ah, Shomer, I get it now. That's-
Every time they say my name, my ears just perk up and then go back down.
And Rex, reflects the word her guardian.
assemble the 7 pieces.
Looks-
Yo, we
It
thought
looks
this
like-
was Fairy Tale RP, but it's actually Breath of the Wild RP. The Guardians are coming to attack.
Ah!
he looks at Jet and Madam.
Ah! I was right about being a guard dog.
I've never heard anything about this story.
You've never heard anything, but she has.
See, when I was younger, I thought in my Hoshihime was a really long name, but then my mommy told me said it just meant Sugar Star Princess, and I thought that was really nice.
Sugar Star Princess.
It's
How
a
do I
really
say that?
funny name, but when you really think about it, the meaning's really pretty.
Whenever
Like
my
candy!
whenever my father would read this to me, he would always have a smile on his face. Say that with the power of the dark fruit of Eden, we would be together always.
Oh, that's a bad sounding thing. Oh, this is dark. This is evil. This is some bad mojo we're dealing with here, and I love it. This is the stuff
Then-
legends are made of.
And you said that personally. You said that you were potentially going to be sacrificed to a god.
Uh-huh. I don't know what kind of god, though, because they ran away before I could find out.
That's good.
Yes.
I know someone who probably would know though.
Ooh, mm.
Do I know that?
The person who told you to run.
Oh, but Mr. Curator from the Fairy Tale Guild might know because he was brought specifically to sacrifice me.
Ooh.
That's why. Well, I don't know his name. He was just from Fairy Tale. He was a curator, and they hired him 18 years ago because I'm 18 to sacrifice me to the god, but I ran away as soon as he told me if I even knew what was going on and if I wanted to be sacrificed, and I didn't even know I was going to be sacrificed, so of course I don't want to die, so then I ran away. Duh!
I'm so sorry, Priscilla.
Wilhelm closes the book. So on a
I-
scale of Fairy Tale to Sabretooth, I think Fairy Tale is worse.
Fairy Tale is much worse. I've dealt with it
Holy
before, but
crap.
that's not what we're
Well-
dealing with right now.
I
It's
don't
not,
think
but
Fairy
still.
Tale's bad. He didn't have to tell me.
Madam,
Ye-
do you remember anything else? You don't remember him passing away. You don't remember
I remember
his
him.
funeral.
I remember him being gone when I was younger, and I was really sad. So, mother brought me one of the servant boys to play with. Emotions over toward Jet. Around that time, I
Oh
was
my.
brought to her to cheer her up because she was depressed. And mother told
anything
me that we
happen?
couldn't read the books anymore. And she took them downstairs and told me never to go down there again.
Oh my.
This
Interesting. So,
The Rex is just like, I don't think her fucking father's dead.
so living forever. That sounds like a neat proposition. I wonder how much of that was true.
The thing is, what's going on to make her family so
The problem, well,
youthful?
if it's anything like poor Priscilla here, perhaps a chance at godhood, or at least bringing a living god, or becoming
suppose-
something greater than human. Regardless of their intention, we have a mystery to solve, and the first piece of that mystery lies yonder.
Hmm.
We have 7 of these items to find. We have 7 places to go, it seems. Best we get a move on.
The storybook tells where the knight Shomaru finds all the items. Maybe that could be used as a hint.
I'll write those down.
But if
What are they?
if the hero Shomaru has already
I
found
can't
all-
remember them off the top of my head, but I have the storybook back home.
What
in
did
the
that
guild.
say?
But if
Hmm.
the hero Shomaru had already found all of the items. Oh wait, no, this isn't her. This is gonna be freaking Felicity. But if the hero Shomaru had already found all of the items, then wouldn't it stand to reason that they'll be in a different place?
Exactly.
I know.
Well, regardless of where they are, we know where one is. Maybe one will lead to more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm anxious. This is some dark god stuff right
You
now.
know where one is?
That blue light over that way.
Yeah, we think that there's something over there.
It could be a clue. Or nothing. I really hope it's the first one. Dark god sacrifices, ancient
This is-
200-year-old men, possible homunculi. So
Shomaru.
many possibilities in this adventure.
Shomaru.
Hi.
While all of them are talking, you hear a slight giggle.
ear buddy?
What'd you say?
What's up, ear buddy?
All of them, they're just so strange about absorbing information. We've learned quite a lot more than they think that we have.
Huh?
I'll tell you in a little bit.
I
We
hate
might have
your
to. We might
voice.
have to go somewhere one day. If you'll take
Oh,
me.
okay. Yeah, sure. Sounds fun. I think. I don't know. You'll have to explain it more later.
Of course, of course. If we go, you might be able to find some more stuff to devour, I guess.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Must be a lich killer.
I'll have to explain more.
She just giggles a little bit and then she goes quiet.
Use your words, bitch.
She's like, I'm not gonna tell this dog. I'm going to pet this dog. You actually do feel there is a hand almost on you, and you feel a pet instead of a pinch.
I hate your guardian.
Yeah.
Killer.
Anyway, so, oof, this is so much to take in. If you were dealing with something,
All in all,
could
it just
possibly
seems like we have to worry about that light, right? We can figure that out,
Yeah.
then that's gonna take us out of all of this.
He'll at least answer something. We're getting closer to the answer, Jet.
I think I
Won't be
might
long
already
now.
know some of the.
Yeah.
I have to wait and see. Not enough yet. Need to confirm stuff. Oh, so exciting! I haven't been this excited since I tried to find the elusive Big Feet.
The big feet.
Turned out it was a Vulcan with a foot infection. Not very anticlimactic. Nice guy though.
Nice guy.
Very nice Vulcan.
All
Where does
right.
Vulcan go?
I guess let's get going then.
You guys want to start heading off toward the blue light?
Let's go to Blue Light Magoo.
As you
Shut it
guys
down.
start making your way off, Felicity seems to go by, gives both Jet and Adam like a smile, grabs their hand. You know, friends. They both kind of look at her and kind of like look off a little bit, like like they knew that she was an undead. They knew everything like that. It's like, you know, but things are. They now know everything, and she's just like gives a smile to them, like it's okay, guys. She kind of gives them. Noting that you guys looking back as Felicity gives Jet a hug, no coldness comes out.
Interesting.
She
Because
seems
she's
to
already dead.
she seems to go off toward where you guys are. Jet
What
seems to
if
step
they're-
off towards you guys, looks back toward Madam, where she's just kind of like looking very confused because all of this stuff is going over her head. All of these things, she's like, "What? This is normal." People living the past 200 years, that's normal, right? Everything's normal here.
No. No.
Jet kind of
Being
like reaches
sacrificed to
out.
God, totally normal.
Jet kind of like reaches out and grabs her hand, like, "Come on, stay with me." Go. Oops.
What the fuck?
Guys, head off. Quince is there too. He's like, "I like wood."
I love wood.
I'm a tree.
He's doing a cardboard tree outfit.
As you guys begin to make your way through the woods, heading out into the area where you see this bright like teal light shining through the trees, you notice as you guys walk off for about another 5 or so minutes that the creatures behind you back over at the temple, they do not seem to move. They seem to be now very stationary, whereas before they were walking all over the place. You do still see the occasional one of them just kind of like wandering around, but even as you get close to them, you notice some of them even seem to notice you, but just kind of walk you by. They don't seem to care.
Let's not provoke them.
They seem very docile now that that bead seems to be in someone else's hand.
Okay.
As one of them just kind of like, you guys are walking up one of the trees, You guys are like around one of the trees. You guys see one of these guys step out from like the hill. It looks down at you guys. You guys get ready to fight, and just kind of like looks away from you guys and keeps walking.
What is there? They're just guarding. They're just guarding things. An empty waste.
Hold on, I think Quince has something to say about this situation.
Yes.
And in one of his famous Quince lines, "What do you call a tree with a neck pain? A
What?
pine in the neck." Ha 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 ha! Quince
Thus
gets slapped
Quin-
down by the giant.
Yes. This is canon. Goodbye, Quince.
As you guys make your way forward, you guys notice a little bit off from where you guys were, where a bunch of these creatures seem to be gathered out around. You notice a bunch of those platforms, just like before, seemingly scattered all over a large plain full of just snow. Each of these creatures, dozens of them, seemingly standing on top of one of the platforms. The ones that had passed you guys up before seem to be walking toward those platforms as well. It seems like
How many?
after that bead had been calmed down, they all seem to be going back to their posts. In order to get to where the light is, you will have to walk through a large section of them.
So how many are there in this open field?
About 4 dozen.
We got this.
And they
No
all look
fucking problem.
do they all look like fresh and ready to go?
From the look of the ones who are walking, they seem to be moving a lot quicker than the one you guys fought.
Okay. I'd say these are almost pristine constructs. We have to be very careful.
Some of them could not be. Some of them could like have fell on a tree.
Let's say the average of these constructs is almost mint.
Make
That's
sure
the
people stare
average.
on me.
Let's just assume it's the middle of this bell curve of either pristine or garbage. All right?
Man, one of you guys, if one of you guys would have chose takeover magic, this would be heaven for you.
God,
Yeah.
we could just become a Voltron.
Well, like one of the
Ice demons.
things that I had actually written down for takeover magic for my side is that if you guys tried taking over the same creature and succeeded, you would actually just power up that form.
Jesus.
Oh my God, you could become the ultimate ice demon, whatever these are supposed to be. You just be ice incarnate. Holy, 4 dozen. That's a lot.
But as you guys move your way through, do you guys want to walk through this like 4 dozen people?
Stay close and
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
make eye
if they
contact.
want to fight, I'll win. It's okay.
True.
Everyone just stay close to Rex and avoid eye contact. They have eyes.
True.
You guys make your way through. As you do, none of these creatures seem to even pay you guys much mind. Some of them look down at you like, "Oh, look, people."
I haven't seen one of those in 1,000 blizzards.
Like, man, look at that people. And then they look back up like, okay. Showing that even though they are somewhat constructs, they seem to have some sort of semblance of themselves. As you walk through them, nothing seems to really happen. One of the creatures seems to like reach down towards you guys, but instead of like going at you, it seemed to put its palm like it seemed to like put its hand like in front of you guys, stopping you from stepping on something. You guys look around its hand as you see there's a tiny little sapling.
Huh.
And you guys walk past, he reaches up, like, done. Then Quince comes back and eats the sapling. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we'll avoid the sapling. That's an interesting behavior.
As you guys continue forward, you notice just beyond this veritable forest of these creatures, there appears to be a bit of ruins back behind. That teal glow seemingly coming from the top of said ruin. Looking at this place, it seems to be a very old, like, structure. The center seems collapsed inward, as if it used to have some sort of a ceiling to it. Does not seem to now.
How large would you say this thing is? Like a city big or
No, it's not a city.
town?
A town.
Village?
just a large temple like.
In arcology?
Big word.
It's about to scale this way. Probably
Ah.
not even to scale, because if you look at the stairs over here.
Are we smaller or bigger than this? Oh, look at those little humans standing there.
Oh, wow.
That's the scale. This is a big fucking temple.
Again, it doesn't look like, just from looking at it from back where you were, this place seems to even have any sort of ceiling or anything to it. Looking forward toward the pedestals of this place, you guys notice something rather interesting. These snake-like things that seem to be coiling around these pedestals seem to all have a statue inside of them.
Of what? Oh my god, I was oh my god, I was right.
Okay, so they. Okay, explain what they look like again.
They're madam.
I
By
know, but do they
by
look
any-
fleshy?
By any chance, do your sisters all look just like you?
Yes, they do.
No, that's weird. No, but
Are they statues or are they
Fleshy.
Fleshy.
they
cadavers?
seem to be
Are they
statues.
meat?
Okay. Madam, why are you completely covering this temple?
As you guys are approaching, Adam seems to be looking at these statues. As you pass through the first two, she doesn't seem to make too much of a fuss. However, going toward the one that's like right here, the third one, she like rushes up to the statue and looks up. Sister?
Huh?
Did she really not react to any of them?
She didn't react to the first two.
Wilhelm
Like, why
walks
would
up.
she? They're different. This is her sister.
Holmes walks up. How can you tell? Also, that's your face.
This is my sister. We have to get her
That's
down.
all. Is that a person up there? Now that I'm closer, is that a person or a statue?
Like a statue.
That's a statue, madam.
But it's
I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder, like around her, like put an arm around her. Madam, I would like to. I don't know if you're quite aware of this, but I would like to point you towards the pillars you have just recently passed, and the ones in front of you.
He looks back
And the ones
toward the
that
two
decorate-
pillars. The ones with the other two ladies on them?
How do you not understand they have your face? Do
They
you
look
own a mirror?
They look exactly like you.
They
He'll look
are
at
you.
Jet. You weren't wrong.
I might have been right. Artificial.
Just come on, let's go. As Jet seems to be walking past you guys, heading toward the stairs. But my sisters, Jet, my sisters. We can't do anything
Madam,
about
for
them
the-
until we figure out what's going on. Come on, we won't leave
He's
without
right.
them.
Are we supposed to drag a pillar across the frozen?
No. Come on, madam. If we fix all this, maybe we'll go back to normal. There's no use standing here and crying about it.
She looks over to the one that's off to the side over here, Jet, and she kind of like bites her lip again, looking at that one.
Wilhelm will go over to Rex and Landon, and I will explain. I will whisper to them. I'll get up and like send my brother and explain to them the concept of an artificial human and homunculus.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I was thinking clone, but I don't know if that was that.
Is that really more or less the same thing, considering?
I see.
I will say you can kind of say whatever you want because Jet has walked somewhat up the stairs and Adam's walking up with him, so you guys are a bit out of earshot.
I'm gonna say
They stopped.
No, we're
They
not out of
stopped a little
earshot.
bit up the stairs though. She's just kind of looking around and he's waiting for you guys. But you guys are
I
out
was
of
prob-
earshot at this point.
No, I just explained the whole thing of homunculi, human constructs, fake people. The fact that they all look the fucking same. The fact that their parents are 200 years. This all is making up some weird shit here. Come on. Like
We'll see soon enough.
the ability for homunculi it requires a genius level and perfection itself
This
to make
sounds
it
like-
last more than.
Sounds like living
six-
magic. Says
Living
what?
what now?
Well, that's even
Living magic is the ability to bring life to the lifeless. Something
That's the worst.
something that has been outlawed in society for hundreds and hundreds of years since the age of dragons.
Well, it's a
That's-
good thing they live out in the mansion in the middle of nowhere, then. Isn't
Even
it?
having that, we'll just send you straight to jail.
But why so many copies of Madame if she's still alive?
The
Unless she's one.
perfect sacrifice, I'd say.
That's the question, Priscilla. Those are different people, but with the same body as her.
I also know
Really,
how
that's
many
just-
there are.
Too many. Apparently, there's 3 still walking around, but that's only the ones that Madam knows
The
about. Who
two
knows how
that
many
are
there
here, she called her sisters. That means
I
that
don't understand.
that means that they're here. Adding in Madam, there's 7.
7 treasures.
That's good. That's a good point.
Ooh, I didn't even consider that. Okay, they're probably gonna be.
We need to go. We need to go
So-
now.
Well, I was just rushing up the steps, like,
Yeah.
we're coming. There was I forgot where my shoe was. No, it
Oh my
doesn't matter.
fucking
Let's
God.
go. It doesn't matter anymore.
I forgot where my shoe was.
I forgot I don't. I,
Forgot how to fucking breathe again.
I forgot my shoe, but I
Having a
remembered I don't wear
seizure.
shoes. I forgot my shoe, but I realized I don't wear shoes. I wear
Your
sandals.
father's not fucking dead.
He's a
not
fucking
dead
lich.
fucking all.
We're moving. We're going. Go, 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 go. Transition, Deco. Go. Bitch, we have 20 minutes. Go.
Guys, walk up
Well,
the
10
stairs.
I will actually punch you.
As you guys make your way up the stairs, you head into a break in the wall. Again, this place seems to have no ceiling. The walls and ceiling and the roofs of this place has long since collapsed. As you guys look downward into the area that you find yourself looking into, you notice what appears to be
Ooh. Spooky.
We're gonna bring them all together. We're gonna summon Shenron.
what appears to be a large basin center of this place. Basin seems to have a glowing light shooting upward, not reaching all the way to the sky, mind you. Seems to reach just enough up to the top of the what the ceiling should be. At the top of this basin, there appears to be an outline symbol in this weird teal-like light. The symbol seems to show off and look like a tooth of some sort. Floating high above it, in the center of this basin and that symbol, appears to be a floating slab of rock.
It's a big rock. It's a fang.
It appears to be it appears to be very much a very large rock, not the size of a human chest like you would think it would be from the symbol before, but it is very much larger than that. That's the size of an actual human itself. Standing off toward the side place,
Standing. Oh,
Who the hell is that?
fuck!
Who the hell is that?
Who the fuck are you?
be a woman.
She's
That's
standing
her
above-
mother.
And off to the other side,
That's her Fasha.
That's a fucking that's an ice monster. Shut the
seems to
fuck
be a
up.
creature seemingly holding up a piece of debris. You note that if this debris were to fall, it would completely cover the path of the light. Down at the bottom of this place, we see 2 other creatures, both of which seem to be on either side of the basin.
Who?
As you
I'm gonna-
guys enter,
Ma? Is that you,
Are
Ma?
we up on a cliff? We're up on a cliff.
Mother?
you guys are looking to overlook all of this.
What?
As these creatures seem to be moving debris and just like clearing out things from the bottom of the basin, and this other creature seems to be holding up this large piece of just ceiling that seems to be seeming like it's going to fall in front of this large overcropping. The woman seems to look over toward all of you.
Fuck, that didn't last long.
I mean, you guys just kind of walked in the main gate, so
Well, you know,
with a large
that's
dog.
something. If you're very
We're
focused
not
on
a subtle party, dude.
I mean, I thought she was very
No,
focused on her
we-
satanic ritual.
Hey,
Oh.
it's fine. I'll handle it. Just leave it to me.
Yeah. Quick, 1v5 this room.
Who are you?
Whom?
As you guys enter, she does not seem to say anything. Jet kind of like gives a bit of a look to him. However, Madam seems to step forward. Mother?
Yep.
I knew it.
Fuck.
Well, I had a feeling.
Of course it's her ma.
Madam, what are you doing here? It isn't ready for you yet.
I knew it. There's dark magic afoot.
Isn't ready for me yet. She motions over to the thing in the center of the room. As she does, we've only just now completed the other part. Your sister was just here. I don't see her.
You sick thing.
What are you doing?
I see you brought a lot of people to aid us, though. She motions to the basin as you guys see what appears to be a skeleton. As she
That won't be
as she
happening,
looks
sorry.
down at the skeleton, Madam just seems to go, Richard?
My God,
Richard?
not Richard.
Who the hell's Richard?
Jet seems to give another like, her sister's husband?
Oh my goodness.
Big
So the-
rip, dude.
So they are
Oh, no.
sacrifices.
Big rip, Jet.
I'm just gonna start going around the edge of the room, growling.
How much demonic
As you
power is in
again
this
attempt to
fucking-
go around the edge of the room, unfortunately, this entire place is just destroyed and there's debris everywhere. The large place you're at right now, Shomaru, is a large piece of this room. But to get to the other sides of the room, you're gonna have to do some jumps and other things, or you can go down from the debris down toward the basin-like area.
I'll start going forward slowly.
You want to go down, or do you want to go across?
I'll go down.
Okay, so we're gonna have you start going down this way.
We.
Do me or Shomaru feel like any demonic presence here?
No. There is nothing demonic about any of this. Looking at the
trying to
thing in
sum-
the very center of this place, you can kind of feel again magic, similar to that magic that you almost that made up the tower that you were at. That metal in the center seems to be something similar to it. Looking at the corpse, the bones on the ground, you notice that again there's no real magic or anything coming from that either. Whatever demonic force this place may have had, whatever living magic you guys might have been able to learn anything from, nothing of that seems to be showing anything.
And the 7 treasures or whatever, what happened when you got them all together?
God
Summon
came
to
back.
God.
We summoned a god and rescued the princess. It was really cool.
So they're doing here what they tried to do to Priscilla. In a way.
So what are you trying to do here? Summon a god, sacrifice.
Who are these people you've brought here, madam? Madam kind of steps back a bit as Jet kind of like reaches out for her hand. As Jet reaches out for her hand, she looks down. Oh, you brought Jet. I was worried that he'd be locked away for a long time. You've made it just in time, however. Perfect. I would have hated if
Oh,
they
if
would have actually executed you. It would have been hard to find someone else with your talents.
If you must know, we're guild mages from Phantom Lord. And per our mission here, I think we're here to break this ritual and beat the crap out of you and then drag you off to jail.
Guild mages? But that would work perfectly.
Whatever scheme you're planning there isn't going to work.
If I had a group of guild mages, why, I could go right now.
How far away is she?
He's very far
She's
away.
across a fucking basin, dude.
We can hear you very well for being
It's
so
echoey.
far away.
It's very echoey.
I
in
don't
this
think there's a
room.
lot of life to block
Okay, so
sound.
too far away to do a chain. Okay.
He seems to be quite a ways away. These creatures
need
down
to
here, which are taller than Shomaru, they're making it up to like around the height of like the places you guys are at.
Willem's gonna turn the group. So I think we're about to get into a real brawl here. But I can't
Yeah.
help but notice that big guy over there, he motioned across the way, is holding up the ceiling.
Oh wait, he is holding up the
This
ceiling?
one right here seems to be holding up debris that is seemingly
You know,
looking like it's gonna
and
fall.
as a musician, I can't help but feel like I should bring down the house, as it were. What do you all think?
Yeah.
Let's
We
get
need
ready
to
to.
stop this.
I don't want to know what's in that stone in the middle of the room. All right, we all ready to party?
Leave it to me.
Smiles, everyone. It's showtime.
Let's go, my wraiths. Bring the new sacrifices to the basin. As she motions forward with her arm, these two start making their way towards you, as she seems to start casting some kind of spell. My dudes, Shomaru, you have made it down to be within melee range of these things. You do not have to have to jump down or anything during your turn. The others, you guys are all still up on this area here. Jet has basically grabbed Madam and has brought her back to like the furthest possible way away from them as he can, and is just kind of putting his hands out with his absorption magic active.
Can I go to
Man,
Landon real
Quint's missed a
quick?
lot.
It's true.
A little bit. We'll have to catch him up.
Can I go
Alright.
to Landon real quick?
Yeah.
Landon, would you mind if I can do you a favor?
What's up?
My magic. I've recently learned something about my magic.
Hurry up with that explanation, man.
Your sword. That can make it a lot stronger.
Oh, I don't think you can actually touch Leah.
All I need to do is wait. Do I have to touch?
You can touch. You have to touch. Yes.
Do it,
Okay.
pussy.
I just need to do a quick touch, and it should be a lot better.
Fair warning, I think you might get burned.
That's fine.
There's plenty of stuff.
Okay.
You want to try it?
Have fun burning your hands.
I want to try.
You grab onto the.
Wait a sec. I think Quince has another thing he wants to say before this battle intervenes.
Oh
How do
god.
trees access the internet? They log on.
Oh my.
And
He's
thus
thrown
we.
into the sacrifice pit.
Yeah. Bye, Quince. See you.
So, you grab onto the blade. As you do, first things first, I need you to take a D10 of heat damage.
Oof. Gotcha.
I'm gonna
Maybe
take.
you'll get. Maybe it'll be a 1D. Maybe it'll just be one.
Take 3.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
You take heat damage from it. Your hand seems to very much hurt the more you're in contact with it. You feel like it'll get even more intense as you hold on to it. So go ahead and roll me. Roll me manipulation.
Happa dabba dabba. 14 plus 5, 19.
D14. You definitely make it past the DC 14. How much AP and MP are you putting into it?
I'll put 2.
2 AP, 2 MP. I'm gonna count this as your first turn, by the way.
Gotcha. Oh wait, I didn't put all my mana back now that I think of it. Thank you.
This is gonna be your
Use
first
it.
turn doing this. I'm
Gotcha,
also gonna
no
count
problem.
like the explaining and stuff like that as 1 AP as well.
That's fine.
Because the battle was starting just as you started doing this, so
No problem.
that is going to
I'll be
mean
interested.
that for the next, we're gonna say get off the thing. We're gonna say for the next hour, yes, you were gonna have an extra 2d10 iron damage onto your weapon.
Okay.
That's a lot of extra damage.
That is a lot of extra damage. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot
You're
of.
gonna
Watch
need
the
it.
next new Johntown video.
You're gonna need it.
There you go, Land. There you go, Landon. If anyone, well, I think you're the one who probably would use it the best.
Again,
I
stop
fist bump
talking.
his hand
There's
that is
things
now
happening.
charcoal and it breaks.
Stop talking. There's
Yeah.
things happening. Anyway, so
Right.
as this large ice race creature has made its way over to Shomaru, we're gonna keep the same initiative as last time. If that's fine with everybody.
All right.
Okay.
That's fine.
That way we can just kind of keep things going. Since we only have a little bit of time, I'm gonna give us about half an hour if you guys are fine with that, or we can end right now.
Maybe we should wait for Nightshade.
Maybe we should wait for a
I'm
Nightshade.
perfectly
With
fine
the
waiting for Nightshade if you
cliffhanger.
guys want to.
Yeah, let's let this be a cliffhanger. The battle starts and the JoJo to be continued thing plays.
Are you guys fine with that?
He'll probably want to be a part of the battle, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot more to fill him in on.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. Only problem is I'm about to end this fight as soon as it starts.
Here's the thing. I don't exactly think you guys would ever get done with this in the 30 minutes. You guys could have got done with the first in 30 minutes, but
What I understand is that I'm gonna literally bring the fucking house down. If you think I'm not going over there to poke that guy in the ribs until he falls over it, you're stupid.
All right, let's go ahead and leave this on a bit of a cliffhanger then. I would like for Landon, if you wouldn't mind, I'll do it. I'm just gonna right click on you and go to the thing and type in +20, or no, +2d10
Plus 20.
iron. Oh, gonna type that on you, that way I don't forget about that for the next thing. With all that being said, my dudes, you guys have made it into the center of this icy world. You see in front of you a ritual taking place that the mother seems to have just now started, but according to her, using the magic of a bunch of guild mages, she could potentially complete her ritual right now. She has her daughter here. She has all of you. This could be simple. All she has to do is take you all to the basin, like what she did to poor Richard. It's perfect. As ice creatures make their way over towards Shomaru, they start yelling out, roaring. You see a ton of icy magic coming from them. Wilhelm, you are noticing these creatures are moving perfectly fine, unlike the creature from before. And as I'll watch forth as these creatures make their way over, she looks over to the third one like, not you. It's like the third one like looks like it's gonna make his way over, and it's like, oh, okay, and it keeps holding up the thing.
Good.
Man, that construct is gonna have a really bad work day.
We have a target.
With that being said,
Now we have to be careful with that.
until next time, my dudes. I think that's where we're gonna end things off. No ending cutscenes, no anything like that. Everything's
No, the ending
hammering out
cutscene.
to where I'm gonna kill you guys next game. That's gonna be great.
No, the ending
Wait a sec. I
cutscene.
think Quince has something to say for the ending cutscene.
Okay.
Oh no.
What did the trees wear to Mother Nature's pool party? Swimming trunks. Oh, oh,
I would like to use all of my mana to bury him.
No. Blue.
Mhm.
The ending cutscene is after that joke, you see the light come back to fucking Quince's eyes, so he regains consciousness after.
What the fuck have I been doing?
He's just like, the time stasis happened again.
This
Where-
entire
where's
this
your
entire
intent?
world has just been so it's been messing with his mind. There was you
It's
guys
just so
see like
cold.
a icy ghost like let go of him and fly away like, ah, you win this time, Quinn.
I just imagine tiny Quince
The
like on
pun.
his head, controlling him.
It's the pun ghost.
It turns out that inside of Quince this entire time there was this epic battle with a ghost. As it's just flying away. You haven't heard the last of me, Quince.
I almost want to talk about that or what?
I
Not
think
the
it's
time.
fine.
We have a
Canon.
god sacrifice room.
Canon, by the way. Anyway, so
Canon. That's why he was useless.
But yes, Blue, how much still stream boss? Because no, man, not a lot of things happen today. Apparently, nobody wants to give anybody any resources. I'm telling you right now, I know exactly what's happening. Dragon Warrior, I know exactly what's happening. People want this group to die. That's it.
Because they want the Naruto RP.
They want the Naruto RP.
You all have no taste in good RP.
You.
They want this group to die, and they know that as long as they don't give them any more inspiration or any more fate cards or anything like that to fight with, they're gonna die. It's plain and simple.
And
Here I
Jokes on
am
them,
with
I
my
can't
Ninja
die.
Clan. Ninja Clan,
Clan.
here we stand. Naruto, I'm on my way. Naruto, I'll be okay.
Sasuke, really cool.
I make Magnus a ninja.
Well, you can't become the Hokage because
You're not allowed. Remember, you're not allowed to be in the Naruto game.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
because you don't
Thank God,
know.
What
I
about
went-
Mantoni? Can Mantoni be in the game?
Yes.
Well, have fun with him. He's an asshole. That's saying something. Coming from me.
But only if he plays a character like Mike Guy. Which is basically Magnus, yeah, so it's fine.
Oh, the image.
I unplugged my mic. What image?
As long as he plays the character just Mike Guy, so it's basically Magnus.
Yes,
The image of Magnus and Mike dressing up as Mike Guy.
that sounds amazing. Yo, I'm excited about the Naruto RP. I'm gonna become the Ray Cage, and
I will
Magnum
say,
guy.
you guys are gonna be fighting a pretty big battle right here. This is the first time you fought 2 large creatures and a mage. I will say these 2 large creatures and a mage probably better than any individual mage you guys have fought. So this is probably gonna be a pretty intense battle next game.
nah.
Unless
just
people
gonna
want to
keep
give
shooting.
fake cards, then it's gonna be a fucking crapshoot. Who knows? Freaking throw a fake card down. It's like, oh, apparently I lose
You're
all
right.
my items in the middle of this battle, or oh, apparently they fucking just die.
No. Squeaky will roll knight and instantly the mother falls. I must protect this woman. She is the true god.
The mother just throws herself into the basin.
I don't need a fake card. I need a spell card to learn.
Why
a
is my
punch.
throne so cold?
What was that?
I need a punch.
Oh,
Why
dude,
is my throne so cold?
Matt, what you need to do is you need to figure out how to make your current skill set.
Didn't you guys notice what I did?
Then you get the. Then
Last game, did you guys not notice what I did? I
What?
got rid of your throne cards and whenever you guys saw this. Don't you remember?
My
Then you're-
dude.
And it's really good to happen now
Yeah, no
instead of during the
Oh,
game.
thank God, dude.
You guys here?
We are
Same question.
Oh damn!
Try again.
Bunch of crazy
you-
lags happening right now.
Oh, at least it
Cool.
didn't happen during game.
Yeah, true. I said, did you guys not notice what I did last game? As soon as you guys saw this place,
No, I
took away your cards.
noticed. I know. Why do you think I just asked why my?
You don't know if it's cold in there.
Wait, did you do that to all?
Yeah.
It could be warm in there.
Are you saying that these?
All right, so I have no idea what's going on, so I'm just gonna mute these guys.
3
Yeah,
To share.
So I'm just gonna mute these guys, so that I don't have things too much going in the background. Bye, guys. I think this is a pretty good way to end things off. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, or wisecracks, put them in the comments below. Let me know how you guys are enjoying this as I'm enjoying myself. Guys, we shall see what happens next time. Do you think that they're gonna have enough power to fight against these immense odds in front of them? I honestly think they're all gonna die, but hey, anything can happen. Till next time, guys. Like always, later days. Somer Priscilla fusion magic, never gonna happen. Not sure if it's actually the end or not. None of you guys, hardly any of you guys are. There we go. We have some goodbyes. I'm watching to make sure. Okay, so everybody's saying later. All right, later.